2 minutes. Mics are good?
I have camera mics right now. I'm still working on those.
Okay.
Oh, we got traffic insane. Is it though? Is it though?
I think we have enough time and enough liquor.
Let me tell them, forget it, bro. If you're not here at 6:30, you know.
We'll have to reschedule. Maybe season 4.
I wanna wake up. I wanna wake up. I wanna wake up. Wake up. Wake up. We live on YouTube. Live on YouTube.
What's going on, Pocket Live?
What up, Pocket Live?
Pocket Protector Live.
Protect your pocket. Live, look.
Live, look. Bang.
I just told him, shit, if you're not here in 2 minutes, security won't let you in. Oh, yeah, he was coming from Durham, no?
Okay.
Okay.
Does he have an album he's promoting or just a single?
He's got a new Eurodance album, I think. I didn't know that it was like this at all.
Yeah, I checked a couple of his IG posts. Everything I saw in there was like dancing.
Hey.
10 seconds.
Oh, snap.
Audio's good.
Are we good? Can you hear me?
Pause music.
Specifically.
Cut the music. Cut the music. Cut the music.
Cut that shit, bro.
Happy New Year.
Hey there, lad.
Hey.
Welcome to the future.
Shot Club.
Happy New Year.
How you guys doing?
How are we doing? How are you doing?
Happy
How you
New Year.
How are you?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Happy
Okay, so we're back.
New
It's
Year.
2018. Welcome to Shot Club. We had a nice little break,
Yeah.
A little thing, you know, just not crazy.
and we're back for a new
we're black.
a new year.
We're black here. We're black for a new year.
Black of the Shot Club.
We're happy to be here. Shot Club.
The Shot Cup. Look out for those.
How was everybody's holiday season, Festivus?
Nice and quiet.
I didn't do much.
Yeah,
Chill,
that was.
man.
I think that was the.
Yeah,
I think
pretty much.
with the weather especially.
Yeah.
Keep it cool,
Yeah.
keep it calm.
I couldn't do much. Couldn't step out. The youth was sick, so had to chill home, you know?
Yeah.
Ghost Rider was sick.
Yeah, man.
So he wasn't penning no bars.
So he was still penning bars, though. He was good.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, man. But outside of that, no.
The flow was sick. Is that's what you mean?
Yeah, he was sick. So I said he's sick, right?
But just message our guest here because I've been fucking with him on Instagram. Told him that he had to be here in 2 minutes or else security wouldn't let him in. But I'll let him know that that's not true.
This guy a while ago. Yeah, so guest wise, we have Stitch, Toronto artist Stitch. So if you don't know him, check him out on YouTube.
Yeah, and also David Solomon is here with us via a hoodie.
Yeah.
So
he has that.
if you can't see him, if he looks
hoodie.
if he looks a little deflated, it's had a long day.
Yeah, he didn't get a lot of turkey.
Yeah,
this year.
yeah.
I'm not on.
Okay, cut.
We got to do this.
I'm the
over.
one off.
Yeah.
As I put it down, I go on mute.
Oh, there he is. Hey, you hear that
Yo.
deep.
There's no snare in my headphone. There's no snare in my headphone.
Where's my chest?
Mike Ches 1 2. Mike Ches 1 2.
Okay, well, we're a little rusty. Let's do a shot.
Yeah, actually, this started off right.
Shit's rusty and dusty like Springfield.
Who?
Dusty Springfield.
Is that actually? Oh, yes, that's all.
Oh, and
What are we doing?
and also,
we have, we'll see, I mean, not guest, but a part-time host with us.
No, it's a part-time.
It's a part-time
Part-time.
of us. So we have DJ Bailong.
Yeah. The longest
You don't have
body.
an intro sound?
Oh, yeah.
we're waiting.
That's great. I don't think I can get sick of that.
I mean,
there he is.
There we are. Yeah.
you're going to be hearing a few new sounds throughout the show.
Thank you for joining us.
Welcome to the Shot Club. You sons of bitches.
Exactly.
Look at that.
Rang dang.
And on that note,
make my noise all day.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Shut up.
yeah,
Woo! Darky, I missed you.
I found myself over the
I
break.
mean,
I shot club.
I might drink something and put it down. I doubled it
oh yeah, always.
every time. It's so annoyingly weird.
Did anybody
I don't
ask
know.
you why?
No.
No,
I was making people do it left, right, and center though. Everywhere I was like, they're like, why?
Don't ask why. Just fucking do it.
shit. If you were watching us on MaxNow.tv, you'd understand.
You know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah, and I'm like, just do it or I'll send a bear to your house. Shot cub.
Oh, that's gonna be a thing.
Mhm.
It will be.
Hey, you know what? We should do that for Valentine's Day. Shot clubs.
Yeah.
And then like we do like we get people to send us messages and like we send the cub to the girl for them
Yeah.
or the guy for the girl for them.
Like a
What's it called? The candy gram?
yeah,
But a shot cub gram.
a teddy gram.
Well, I'm gonna go with Teddy gram. Yeah, that works.
Bear,
You guys are in.
I like
the
that.
inside right now.
teddy.
I like that.
We'll look forward to us. Valentine's Day.
So 2017 was
Valentine's
a big
Day
year
is
for us.
also Harley's birthday. So
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, we can get a stuffed dog.
Didn't sound right.
or we can once again dress up my dog like a bear.
We should. Stay tuned.
All right. So what's been happening in the world?
Well, wait. Well, let's take it back.
Oh, get way back,
2017.
back into time.
I mean, we act like we've been here forever, but the show is really only like 8 months old.
The truth.
Is that it?
Yeah,
It does feel
it feels like
time.
forever, right?
Yeah. When did we start? You know.
April
April.
We started on 416,
416.
and we didn't do that on purpose. We're just nice like that.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
MCs.
Yeah. So, but yeah, 8 months, and from the couch, your place,
To the couch here.
All to the couches.
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 What?
Yeah.
Should make that a
Couches.
you make that a festival.
This one's shorter.
Coucheza.
This one's shorter. Though. It's more like a crouch.
That's why I don't like that side. I'm sitting there. I'm like, this. But no. What you were saying?
But yeah, come a long way.
Yeah.
Tour.
Yeah. We're gonna do another tour. We got another tour coming for you.
Yeah.
Wherever you are. I forgot
Bunch
my
of-
glasses.
Bunch of really dope guests.
Yeah, we got some music too.
Oh, no, let's talk
Oh,
about
we have one song
done.
amongst the four of us.
Yeah. Well, that's the beginning. We've
Yeah.
got music coming.
We did.
and We actually have a recording schedule now,
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
which is good to have.
Yeah.
We
So,
do.
Yeah.
Hey, it's the beginning.
yeah. So I'm really, just because of like what we did in 8 months, like I'm really looking forward to the whole year. Of
Especially since we weren't.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We're now filmed in front of a live studio audience, as you can tell. That's great. We want to thank everybody for coming. You get a car. You get a car.
That is only for my mom. None of us go by the car.
Can't write any of that shit off.
But I mean, no, we weren't even trying. I mean, we weren't really trying to do it. I mean, we just, we're hanging out on the couch.
Yeah.
So once we really start,
Yeah, man.
once
It'd be
we're
a problem.
cooking with gas now, like Dwayne Casey says.
Yeah.
Dwayne Casey.
Yeah.
Who's Dwayne Casey?
Oh boy. Come on, Ches.
Yeah.
You've been in the city way too long.
Yeah.
To not know who Dwayne Casey is.
Dwayne.
Casey.
Keep going.
The only basketball team we have in this
Yeah.
country.
Oh, is it the owner? Not the owner, the coach.
coach,
The
yeah.
coach. Yeah. I heard he sucks. I don't care about his name.
You heard that where?
Is he the good one or the? No, he's the last one.
He has-
I know nothing
He's
about
good.
it.
He has the
Good
best
right now?
record. He has
Yeah.
the best as a coach. He has the best.
And he switched up this year, and things are going well. So
All right. So, change the subject.
okay.
What
Okay,
were your
no-
highlights
We
of
won't
last year?
ask you who's on the bench for the Raptors.
What's your highlights of
Milkman's
last year?
wearing Ewings over here, so he doesn't know what's going on there.
I feel that. But yeah, what were any highlights for the show last year? For any
For me, Montreal. It was just fun. It was like we were doing the live show, and people were there dancing, having fun. It was David's birthday. It was your birthday, right? Don't answer. You're tired.
He's quiet today.
But yeah, poutine after.
That was you.
Yeah,
that was me. But yeah, I think that just pops into my mind.
I remember it being a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that's all. That's all that I remember. I know that we filmed some after show.
Yeah. I'm gonna release that too.
Where are you gonna release it?
It'll be on the YouTube page. So
what's the YouTube
Shot
page?
Club podcast tag yet. We don't have enough subscribers, so if we get 100, we can actually tag it. Shot
we
Club
just
podcast.
started, that's why.
So yeah, that's how it goes. So if you can
It's
subscribe,
pronounced Shot Cub, but you spell it with an L.
with an L, Shot Club.
It's a silent L.
But yeah, it'll be there. But outside of shows itself, I mean, like podcast wise, what has stood out to you guys?
I knew that's what you were getting at.
Okay.
I saw it in your face. I let him know.
But he was excited.
Yeah,
I wanted to live up
it's
that
just
excitement.
it's just like when we take the show on the road.
Yeah,
we have this. We have his old apartment. Then we have like the live show. That was the first thing that popped out of my mind because we actually just took it somewhere else.
Right.
And went out and have fun. As far as here, Maestro calling Infinite.
Yeah.
And being excited about the show and calling somebody.
I remember Mo wasn't here.
Yeah, I wasn't here.
Oh.
So he doesn't understand the feeling.
Yeah.
That was the
one.
Yeah, that was that one. That's a -1 for you.
But yeah.
Nope, still wrong.
We were talking to Maestro.
There it is. Yeah, you have too many sounds in your
repertoire.
in your white belt. What's the word I'm trying to think of? I'm slow today.
Yeah, I've noticed
your utility belt.
My long white belt.
Your white utility belt.
But yeah, Maestro was. We were talking to Maestro about the song with him, Infinite and Ghetto Icons. And then he's like, because we were talking about getting Infinite on the show. So he pulls out his phone, calls him up. I'm calling him up now. Yeah. And he's got him on speakerphone. And it's just like about being on the show to the point where he's calling somebody that we look up to as well. Yeah. That we want on the show. He's telling them,
yo, like, you got to be on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So
that to me was really dope.
That was a big.
And because there was some discussion previously at Maestro's event, right? About having him on here. And he seemed to have some.
He was a little apprehensive.
Yeah.
Well, that's noticed.
Yeah.
At first, it's I don't know what the show's about. Are you trying to set me up?
Yeah.
Whatever. And then they come on the show. We talk to them. Then we have the show, and they're like, "I like being here." So
yeah. I know, and we've had multiple guests who are like, "You got to bring me back."
Yeah.
And like,
I don't think not one guest has said they don't want to come back.
Yeah.
So
we could literally have just had a replacement tonight. Yeah, I mean, you could have taken the night off.
You could,
but
he looks tired.
Yeah, he came no matter what, even though he's got strap.
He just can't speak.
Bronx strap.
Bronx strap. Throatitis.
You know what's funny though? We were actually talking in the car about our guest tonight, saying that he's excited, and he might be the first person to be like, "Yeah, I can't wait to get on the show." Everybody seems a little apprehensive, but he's
he's excited to come.
Oh, he's excited to come.
Yeah, you were the one telling us.
Who?
Stitch. We're talking about Stitch.
Oh, okay. We're talking about Infinite.
It is gone. So what
we might need to get you a coffee, man. You're usually on it. What was going on in your
couple more will be good.
Okay.
So highlight for you.
Oh.
I must ask you a question.
Good question.
It's not that.
I know. Like moment or show or
moment.
Either or. Hey, Saved by the Bell. But like Zach Morris there. I don't know. The pressure's too much. I don't know. Let me come back to me. Go to the next guy.
Okay. I am the next guy. I am the next guy. Well, I like the Steve Cardi story.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't there for that.
There for that one.
Which one's yours?
Yeah.
This one?
That one here. The wet one.
But yeah, just like
what's the
the different stories that people can bring us, like Maestro brought us stories, even with Chocolate when he was breaking down like his beginnings and the labels, all that shit. Maestro, Daniel just going through the whole history of the album, of the song, bringing up. There was so many different little things throughout the thing. Different things throughout the thing.
And the thing
was strong.
And then the thing happened. With the thing.
Well, let's do this.
That thing's wrong.
So it is that time again.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm just lonely over here. I think that's what
see, David. See, David. See what happens when you're not here.
See, that's when you're supposed to drop the Akon Lonely song.
We're gonna get scripted.
Scripted.
Okay, so
imagine us scripted.
Question. Who do you think?
Hold on. You can give us your moment first.
Come on, man. I didn't make you do shit.
You did.
I'm getting there. So who do you think fit in the most? As in like almost like, because a lot of people are like, yo, I want to come back and like be a guest. You know? So who do you think fit in the most and was just like, you know?
I say Adam Bomb.
Yeah.
He just he was here. He was here for all the shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I would say Boogie.
Yeah, Boogie too.
Yeah, Mike Boogie felt like a part of it.
He's a natural host. Same with Dynamic.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dynamic.
Yeah. But me, like Adam Bomb.
But we don't necessarily, aside from maybe you, host this show. You know what I mean? We don't treat it like that way.
Yeah.
You know, we hang out, we talk shit.
Oh, that's how Trace talks.
No, I know. Adam Bomb just kind of like was right there, like we were just chilling in my mom's basement.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mom. Here.
Chris. I mean, Mom. In the hallway.
Probably lost.
Crank it.
Not yet.
Who's got the feature mic?
Fix it.
Fix your mic.
Fix my
It's
mic.
under? Oh, it's under the bow tie?
Oh, I guess.
Can't hear it?
It's a little muffled.
Because his bow tie is whispering sweet nothings into the mic.
You should have put it on the bow tie.
Your bro tie.
Bow tie.
Well,
Hey, we have our next guest coming in, so we should.
What
our
else,
next
huh?
guest, our first only guest.
I might arrive soon too.
Pause.
I meant show up.
Like, sure.
Mentally,
bro.
mentally, mom.
You're gonna get mic'd up. You're gonna go get mic'd up.
Get yourself mic'd up, brother.
You're gonna go get mic'd up.
There you go. Those pumpkin spice Tims.
You gotta tell me I'm sitting too far.
You always lean forward with that.
I lean forward, but I can, you know.
Lean back.
So, speaking of Skinny Joe,
Yeah.
longevity.
Yeah.
Longevity in the game.
Yeah.
He's one of those.
That's true.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on, like, what makes longevity? What makes an artist go that long? Because there's so many good artists at one pause. There's so many good artists that come out every year.
Yeah.
But there's only so few that continue every year.
Yeah. Well, first of all, there's only so few that have the drive or the desire to continue that long. A lot of people get in it and get out it.
Yeah.
It's like that's all they want.
Yeah.
DJ by longevity. But yeah, you have like, you know, people like Snoop Dogg.
Wait, well, you should ask me why I haven't got out the game yet. Is that your
But then you have people like LL Cool J, who was around for a long time. I guess he was before.
He started so early and so young that like
was it 88?
84.
How old was he? 18?
16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay, so when he first came in, he was 16. And how old is he now? Is he still considered?
Well,
is that still considered he's still working? Is that,
no.
I think he still does stuff here and there.
Here and there, but that's not like.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he progressed onto other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He started that early. Like,
yeah.
So we'll say he had like
But you have someone like
he was 30 years strong.
Like Fat Joe is still in it, still doing it, still making hits
on a high level.
Yeah, exactly. And you have Snoop, who's just like timeless And
yeah, Snoop's like more character now than music though. It's not his music that's timeless because he just dropped an album. Did you download it or listen to it?
no.
You see, but
Yeah,
you love Snoop. But there's just because that album dropped, that album sucked.
You know
that change?
But that doesn't.
Of Snoop?
You know, he
fine. That
reminds me
album
of?
sucked. I mean, you
No,
could.
I said I don't know if it did. I said, say that album sucked.
Okay.
Would that even change your mindset on who Snoop is?
But would it surprise you? 2 years or 5 years, he came out with another album and he had a huge hit.
No, it wouldn't surprise me.
That's true.
I think with Snoop, we've got the classic that we need from him. Like a lot with a lot of artists, what I find is when you get a certain amount of music from them that you love, it doesn't really matter after.
Right.
Like you just kind of want to see them excel in whatever else they're doing.
Well, and it's like
comes out with the new album, it's like okay, it can hit or miss, but as long as he's doing something dope, then
you only have so much in you. Like, you know what I mean? You can't continue to put out classic material forever.
True. But
yeah, and you have
like Jay-Z.
I mean, there's.
But he mostly does deals.
And he spread it out.
He's not an actor.
He spread it out.
As in not year to year to year to
year. Yeah, I mean, there was a while he was killing it, but those albums.
Was it 8 straight summers? Did you say that?
Yeah, but how many of those albums will you actually go back and listen to?
A lot of them.
I don't know. There's a few that I'm just like the ones he was putting out back to back, but then he spread it out and he spread it out and he spread it, and he does it every 4 years or 5 or whatever it is. You know what I mean? That's different from like Wayne, who just like for so long and then that's it. Like you can't.
I can't blame him though.
Yeah.
Like, cause you have to imagine what was Wayne getting at first.
Yeah.
When he like as
soon as Jay-Z retired, and he took that spot.
But Carter 2 and Carter 3. Imagine how much he was getting.
Yeah.
For a verse.
But also he grew up in that. That's all he knew.
Yeah,
that's true.
He was like, 11 when Jay was a rapper. Wayne was grew up in music. That's it. So.
But would you put? Well, I guess Wayne does have that longevity.
He does.
He does.
But it's just like. Put out so much in a short period of time. You got to a point where you're like, I can't, like, you have nothing else to say. I can't even listen to you anymore because you're just like, you've gotten past everything you had to say and you're just saying nonsense, literally.
Yeah.
But I take
one of the forefathers.
A lot of artists. Rap. Yeah. A lot. I think we might have discussed this, but who do we call?
Well, David was very adamant about.
This was on Instagram. Cameron. We did this.
Was it Cameron? He said.
Yeah, I think he did.
The Godfather mumble rap. He said Cameron.
Yeah,
I don't really.
I
don't really call him mumble rap.
What's the name? He said he founded mumble rap. Black Dot. He said in one song he did like he mumbled like the chorus or something like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's a song called.
He started mumble rap.
It's called "Don't Say Nothing." Or something like that.
Oh yeah. Not really. That's not. But it's a style. It's a whole. Because you mumbled once, like doesn't make you.
That's how things mostly turn to styles. When something little becomes what someone attaches to and just continues to do that, it becomes a new style, right?
But what it is now, there's a handful of people.
Yeah.
Kanye being one.
So we guarantee legend status.
No.
Like someone's in the game 20 years strong, continuously making music. Maybe not selling, but Fabulous. Fabulous has been consistent. Jay-Z, he doesn't flop. He's just here.
Yep. He carved his own lane.
So if you're just on that level, are you still able to be?
It depends on who you ask, I guess. It depends on who you ask.
What's the difference between legendary and legend? Wait for it.
Let's go back to last year. Like, what stands out for you musically in 2017?
Yeah.
Kendrick's album.
Yeah.
Jay-Z's album.
Cole
was technically the year before, but it was so late in the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
G-Eazy's
but it
album.
played all through the year.
Rhapsody.
That's what I'm saying. Like
G-Eazy's album, Raps. I heard
Rhapsody album is dope.
I don't know.
But that's
those ones that come to mind.
Because there's so much that
there was.
Well, there was the Maestro album.
We're talking about the ones that stick out.
Maestro's album.
Yeah, Maestro.
Yeah, but I mean, still, like you just said, Rhapsody. Hey! Rhapsody's dope, but people would say Rhapsody's album
A
suck.
lot of people would actually.
A lot of people would
Actually, yeah,
a lot of people. One of her album is like one of the most talked about albums.
The
She retweeted me once.
She what?
Retweeted me.
Oh. What did you say?
Oh, something about her, obviously, but
the Joe Budden and Charlemagne put her in the top 5.
Okay.
So she's making noise.
Okay.
I'll do the 4th one. Come on.
Yeah.
Ma! Hey, Ma!
Yeah.
Is anybody...
Stop yabbering in my friend's ear. He doesn't want to hear about your quilts and your bingo. Well, I don't think that they got it, so we'll just keep talking.
Yeah. We'll keep going.
Oh, we'll keep shooting. Shoot a shot. We can do another one when he counts. Yeah!
Yeah!
Woo! Here we go.
Chasing that.
It's good.
Did you hear the Fab Jadakiss?
No.
I've heard good things about it though.
Did you like it?
Yeah, well, I mean they're both like top
like
10.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay.
It's random, but on that, how do you feel compared to them? How do you feel Belly ranks? Like, do you think he can spit with them or no?
Those two specifically, or we're just talking about
those
in
two.
general?
Those two.
No, but that's.
You don't think he has the punchlines that hit like theirs, or could hit like theirs?
But there's not a lot of people that can hit like this.
Yeah.
It's true, but I don't know.
Those two are.
Like, I think Belly a lot, and like
bro,
a lot of his punchlines are like.
I think his punchlines
are like the rewind type of punchlines, like a Jada.
They are, but they're it's a different category. It's a different style. It's a different time. His style,
right?
It's now, like it's current, where they're. I mean, they come from a different era.
Yeah,
they come from that punchline era.
I would say, Fab's more current
than Jada. Yeah, for sure.
I could hear. I could hear him on a track with them.
It's just his own or just on a track with them.
No, I think he's honestly. I agree. I think you listen to his shit, you're like, okay, yeah, he has.
He's got some.
He has wordplay.
Yeah.
It
was just random.
He mixes the wordplay with current popular trends. Yeah. So I think he did a very good job of rebranding himself, stepping back.
Yeah.
He's obviously a good writer.
Yeah. Weekend, exactly.
And yeah, he fucking caked, and then used that platform to really relaunch his career.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't think he's ever gonna catch. He wants to.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. But I don't know. It's just. But I think he gets respect.
Yeah.
Like from other artists in the game, right?
Within the industry.
Yeah.
I think so.
But I mean, I think it's also probably because people have seen him behind the scenes in the studio, blah blah blah. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering. In my head, you know,
I like how you did the random thing.
I'm gonna throw it in there.
On the random.
Prince Random.
Ain't no Prince here. I am God.
God Random.
7OG.
7-0 God Random. Yeah. 7. Chat.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got his.
Oh yeah.
He's got his host voice on. You hear that?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to break him out of that.
All right.
Mo.
Are we on this?
That's his job. You know how you throw random. Well, he's a random too. You're no, but he just like he's commenter. Like he just a little snap here, and it's just like, what did you just say? Yeah, he's that guy.
Yeah.
He's Mr. Backhand.
That guy.
Backhand comments.
Ring-a-ding.
Oh.
I think Jezza made an interesting observation about character. If MOBB kept dropping mediocre shit for 20 years, would we respect him as much as we do Snoop? That's all I want to say.
I think they did do that. actually.
No,
Not
I
that
wouldn't
So
say
as
that.
prolific.
No, well, Snoop was just on a higher level though.
Yeah.
So Snoop gets a pass for a lot of things.
And yeah, they were the perfect example of they were from a time, an era, a sound that they never really they stayed in it. They never really graduated from it.
I'll put it like this.
Time moved on without them.
I'll put it like this. Mobb Deep was never the biggest act on the East Coast. Snoop was at one point the biggest act everywhere.
Yeah.
So he was just on a different level.
Mhm.
Like
They killed it in that time and place.
yeah.
But it didn't move past that. And they were able to carry that on and tour and you know,
Havoc's still doing shit.
Yeah.
Like he's still touring now.
Yeah. And
Prodigy was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
P got to a point where he just didn't even rhyme anymore. He would just say lines.
Prodigy had some dope shit later in his career though.
Rest
His
in-
last
rest
song
in
was dope.
peace.
Emma, your friend is here.
Santa man.
What's going on, man?
What up?
It's like deja vu.
I know, right?
What up, brother? How you doing? Where y'all want? Have a seat right here, man.
Perfect.
It's the hot seat.
Okay.
So welcome to Shot Club.
Yo, I'm excited to be here, man.
Yeah.
This is a unique setup for sure.
Yeah.
Bro. I love it.
We heard you introing your little host voice on.
Yeah, just
You're a guest.
the promo.
You can't out-host them.
Put it to the test.
All right.
So we'll get right into it. What you were talking about? What is it called?
Hip Chat.
Hip Chat.
Yeah, so Hip Chat's it's the family, it's the movement right now. It's my label. Me and my manager Kim Kwan, we started off this label. We're just we're good friends. We both got similar visions for the music shit. So
So this is your own.
This is like
well, yeah, but it's his label. He's the manager, but we sort of like started to do the Central Soldiers thing.
Yeah.
right.
And it's always Central Wu-Tang forever, right? It's always forever, but I started to have to focus on what's important, and we kind of had similar visions, and we kind of just said, this is what we got to do, and we started fresh and recruited how we saw fit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So what's the plan? What's the moves right now?
Right now, we're sitting on some singles. We have a lot of content that we're just slowly building up. I've been sort of on a hiatus as far as releasing stuff because I'm sure you guys remember I used to drop stuff all the time.
Right.
So people think I'm a little ghosted right now, but it's just because I'm just making the proper steps to drop everything with a plan. You know what I mean?
Do it,
Yeah.
Especially right now.
Yeah.
Like you can find an avenue somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's best to make sure you make it count. So.
That's exactly. Yeah.
And we've all gone through that as you progress as an artist. Like you start when you're not necessarily new, but you go through the stages of just pumping shit out. You're like making a name for yourself. But then you get to a point you're like, okay, I want to put out quality over quantity.
That's exactly.
Let me be smart about it.
Yeah. And you gotta eventually make that call. As much as we all as artists want to, I want to drop a song every day, right? For those couple Facebook fans, and they get that quick like and the quick comment from whoever, but it trying to do in the long run, right?
Exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
I mean, but the way things are now, you can have your own little, email list or Facebook.
Yeah.
So you can sneak those to those people even if you wanted to, and it's like that exclusive content, and they feel that, and that's how you really, grow your fan base and make them feel special. If you chose to go that route. But
yeah.
There's a lot of different ways to do it. I feel like it's changed because I used to put out a ton of material too, and then I stopped and more thought out projects. But
where did you drop that?
That's a good question.
m.live.com.
No, that was a long time ago.
Oh.
Smalllittles.com. That's
smalllittles.com. Yeah, I fucked
simple
up.
still.
Like especially today, like it's crazy. Like it all depends where you drop it, when you drop it, how you drop it. Like dope. Like eventually it would see its way to people,
Exactly.
Or you would post it on Facebook and people would see it.
Yeah.
People would actually
Now it's
see
like,
it.
oh, bro, the song's hot, the image is hot. I fuck with them, but his SoundCloud ain't popping. So like, it's like, what? Like,
True.
but you liked it. Yeah. It's dope. But it's SoundCloud, dog. It needs work. It's like,
SoundCloud needs a little more numbers.
Yeah.
It's just crazy that you can put something out. I mean, I'm going back to Facebook again, but you put it out and literally no one will even know that it's there. You're like, everyone must be seeing this right now. Why is it not getting the shares and likes that it did it one time?
Exactly.
It's fucking algorithms.
Yeah.
your label work within today? Because you know the labels of the past is really the past now.
Yeah.
In that way. So
because it's based off friendship too, like we were homies first. There's a lot of creativity. Like I'm allowed freedom as far as what I do. But that being said, when we get certain opportunities that arise, like I got to work with Kuboy. I also worked with them on, I did Wake Up with them, and then I did Dr. Miami record, which most people would acknowledge as out of my zone, what they expect for a Stitch record, right? But what they wanted at the time and what those guys were dealing with out there, they're like, we need something sellable, something marketable. Like I'll kill bars any time of the week, but they need something that they can push and be like, okay, look, here's this dude from Toronto. He's trying to come up. We need some damn hardcore, you know, one of those gangster ass dudes. Which that ain't, you know what I mean?
But with
that's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
flashes the cinnamon Tims.
I was gonna say when you walked in, I was like, I got the pumpkin spice.
Oh, no, cinnamon. You know though, like it's not.
I was waiting for him to do it.
Hey!
So it's that time.
I was waiting for him to dust.
If you don't know, that's Darkwing Cluck. He lets us know when it's time to take a shot.
Oh my G.
We're 4 in now, so this is
okay. I gotta catch up. Here, cheers. Shot club, baby.
Woo! You got to tell him to double tap.
Hey,
He knows.
I just followed suit, man.
Okay.
So
let me take these.
like how you said you were taking
top load.
I can't wear my girls here either because
Okay, and then once the shots, all of a sudden I'm
I might spit them out.
Yeah.
Fall out of your mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
So the content that you said you stopped doing, that was the Stitch Bars was a part of that?
Well, no, like I still always do that. Like I'm still I'm gonna be doing the Stitch Bars. I'm gonna be like nothing's changed.
Before anything, can you explain to our people what a Stitch Bar is?
Yeah. So Stitch Bars is it's basically, I used to do a lot of hip hop oriented stuff. So it'd be a lot just focused on lyricism, bars, all that kind of underground hip hop stuff, which I grew up on. I came up on. I've always loved doing it. So the way it started, history of Stitch Bars, I just had so many. I'd look on my Mac and I'd have like 50 text edits opened up. I have just bars, different verse for this different beat. I found this beat. Oh, I wrote a verse to it, 16, whatever. And the way music kept changing, I started having to focus on quality, not quantity, like you said. And I started having to sculpt hits together. And I didn't have any use for all these like sick verses that I'd spit it back and have a couple of drinks with my boys. I'd spit the verse and bro, like, you're not just gonna let that verse sit there and like not. So I'm like, fuck, like, what can I do with all these other than what do I piece them together and make like these weird like jumbled up hip hop tracks? So you know the first verse a little bit different tempo than the second, like you know what I mean? I'm like, or I could maybe like just put the beat on rap for the people and just give the verses away. You know what I mean? In a way that they could still appreciate it. So that's where Stitch Bars started, and I just stuck with it. You know what I mean? And it started gradually doing better and better as I went.
More as a lyricist, I've seen you spit bars, and actually I hadn't heard some of this new stuff that he was playing when we got here. So is that what you're doing? Is it like exclusively what you're doing?
No,
that's right now.
That's right now, and it's like specifically right now. Like even the next stuff I got with the Hip Chat team going, we got a lot of darker melodic Toronto sounding trap and R&B and like some Take It Slow sound and stuff. Yeah. We got we're focusing a lot on stuff like R&B for the ladies and shit like that. But right now, the Dr. Miami, the EDM stuff, it was working for us with the States cats that we're working with right now. And the radio play, we got some spins out there. And and the beauty of this song is he's the homie, and he's going to be promoting it as well when he gets back from Israel, which he is the second most popular Snapchat guy in the world, I believe, right under DJ Khaled and above Kylie Jenner.
Nice.
So he's very popular on Snapchat.
Who is this?
Dr. Miami.
Dr. Miami.
Okay.
So for those who don't know, he's a surgeon from Miami. He made it popular to film his Snapchat.
Hold on.
Yeah. Sorry.
So he's actually like gone to school.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actual surgeon.
He's probably.
That's not his street name. He's not the surgeon.
No.
You can walk up to Dr. Dre and be like, "Yeah,
you're not a doctor.
But are you a doctor?
Dr. Pepper, Dr. Dre, no. Dr. Miami is. He's the way he got so famous is he was known first for his work. He's phenomenal, but he was unorthodox. People didn't fuck with him for the fact that he'd be Snapchatting his whole surgery. He'd be giving a girl breast implants, Snapchatting, then go, yo, wait 1 sec. Titties here, wait 1 sec. Check the easies. Okay, back to the surgery.
He's an unorthodox.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's back. He's been off all day. He's back.
He's an unorthodox. Yeah, for sure. But you know what? He's crazy. Like, he wears a crown and a cape. He's just wild. But he's honestly like a really cool guy. Like the persona, like he portrays on that with the cape and all that. Like it just adds to it, right? But he's a really dope guy, and he's super down to earth, and he's become a close homie. And he was in the video.
So what does he do? What's the involvement here? Is he a producer?
Well, no. So what happens is he's friends with our group of friends, and just a really interesting guy. And from Atlanta, buddy from Cool Boy, he goes, and our manager Kim goes, we got an idea. Like, he's our homie. Why don't we make him like an anthem? Because he has a reality show. It just came out, and he's been killing the reality show. Okay, that makes sense. So we're thinking maybe a theme song for his reality show, right? So he was down for it. He loved the song, and then we got him in the video, and it was just kind of like it kind of worked out like that.
Has the video been released yet? Because I know we're gonna play it.
Yeah. It's on Vivo and YouTube right now.
This is still a max now premiere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll still let premiere.
We got it.
So it's never been released. This is the first time the world's gonna see it.
Yes.
We're gonna go with that.
For sure. For anyone who hasn't seen it, this is the first time you're gonna see it. Yeah. Different than my normal style, you know. But the key is to music. I feel is don't take yourself too seriously, right? The second you put yourself in a box, then
an experimentation, right?
Yeah.
Did it take like some convincing to do it, or you were just saying?
You know what? Because of my past, like I've dabbled in it. Like I don't know if you guys remember, I had the song "Party Hardy" back in the day. It was kind of like a type shit.
Okay.
So I've been dabbling it. Like I've always known what's needed as a white rapper from Toronto, especially like the last couple of years has been different. Music's changed. Like color hasn't played so much as a part and everything. It's just when you got that trappy, crazy hood sound, you're dope either way. But I came up in an era where, like, you know, we were super underground, and then music just went, like, you know, for a minute there, you could still be a kind of a rapper and get up. But like, aside from like the Kendricks and guys like that, like if you listen to 90% of the hip hop that's on the radio right now, it's you're either going for that trap, like super trap with like almost like to the point where it's just like drug rap. Like they're not really saying how much. Some of them are, but a lot of them is kind of watered down. Or you get sort of that up-tempo, like EDM, like just don't focus on making it for the hip-hop heads. Make it just for everybody else.
Exactly.
It's music.
Yeah, it's just music.
Or you go real underground and join Backspar.
Yeah. Or you join Backspar and pay $100 and, you know.
Get yourself a little ID card.
You get a sweater and like a meeting with Mad Child, you know. All that fun stuff.
Oh, man.
You might need Mad Child on the show, though.
Welcome to the Shot Club.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Look at this shot's fine.
But Dr. Miami, obviously with the Miami sound, it obviously fits in because if you look at artists like Flow Rider, Pitbull, if you remember early Pitbull, he was hardcore to
Yeah, he was on the DVDs. He was on like
Yeah.
It didn't take until he trans over to the EDM sound.
Yeah.
The reggaeton sound.
Did he trans over?
Translate over.
Wait, what? I don't remember my dude.
He identifies as EDM or not.
Yeah.
And then he got to the point where it was like, please stop.
I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him.
It's still that
I don't have to listen to his music.
With a song called Dr. Miami that you make that sound, right?
Yeah.
So it goes.
I walked in the studio and my boy Ivy was literally like, the plan was to go there. We're going to make this record for Dr. Miami. And I walk in, me and Kim walk in Atlanta, and the beat is already playing. And like I'm walking in and Ivy's like, oh, like this is what we're gonna like. I didn't really like be like, no, you got anything else? Like, you know, it was just that was the tune. Yeah. It made sense, the feel of it, the sound to the Miami sound. You know what I mean?
But you made it in Atlanta.
Yeah, we did it. We recorded it and wrote it in Atlanta. Yeah, but we'd already been to Miami. We'd been to Dr. Miami's party, and we'd met with him a couple times. And it was geared towards him because the idea was we were going to possibly make a song that would be his theme song for his reality show. Yeah. That's what the whole Dr. Miami. We pictured that like the right in the commercial or whatever, right?
So you were in my Atlanta.
Yes, I was in Atlanta. Yes. Yeah, it was fun, man.
Okay, so before that, there's a few things I saw that you've done. You've been in XXL.
Yeah, I was in twice. So Cash Bradshaw from Calgary, or I guess he's from Texas, but he's a rapper that moved from Texas to Calgary, whatever. He put on this thing.
Calgary? I thought he was in Vancouver.
Well, he was in Calgary at the time, I believe.
Okay,
Oh, he's out there. I don't know exactly. I haven't spoken to him in a minute. Shouts out to Cash, though. But he was putting this thing together where he wanted to accumulate a bunch of Canada's talent. That was what we were told. Canada's talent was all coming in from all over the nation because he had this link on XXL and he had been in it before. So that's how he had the link to. Because originally the plan was it was going to be a full Canadian XXL magazine. It was all going to be Canadian content. That was the plan. Could have been way crazier than what it ended up being.
Yeah.
A lot of shit happened. The pictures, like the whole article that was written up, and the photography guy came out looking a little ghetto. The ciphers, a lot of the rappers chosen. Nothing against out west, but there was a huge favoritism.
It was all out west, right? Yeah.
I was the only Toronto rapper out there.
Honestly, you're the only rapper I knew on that list.
And to be fair, like if you're gonna do something like XXL, like finally come to Canada and actually showcase Canadian talent, there ain't no damn way. No offense to Calgary, but even Calgarians know this. Ain't no way out of 15 artists in all of Canada that deserve to be showcased, 13 of them are from Calgary.
Hey, let's go.
It's that time again.
You know what I'm talking about.
What's this dude?
I guess
Canadian talent.
Yeah.
Hey,
Real Canadian talent.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Woo. Carry on.
Yeah, it seemed like it was all business.
Yeah. What were we talking about again?
Yeah.
XXL.
Oh, XXL. Fuck.
Were you 2 shots in?
Couple beers. I got to warm up for the shot club, baby. You know.
Okay.
But yeah, and there was a couple dope artists in there, like my homie PGK. It's really close with Doom Squad now and stuff.
Okay.
He's really dope. John James, dude out there. He's with like Red Bull and that like what was that Nitro Circus? Like he was like with them. Like he literally had a video of this guy. One of the guys on Cypher, he was like jumping out of an airplane, skydiving, like rapping or whatever. Meaning like there was a couple dope guys, but a bunch of it was like kind of like probably some of them are watching this right now. Whatever. I'm sorry, boys, but you know what? A lot of y'all didn't bring it, and
first of all,
not only that, they didn't earn it.
Yeah.
When you're gonna do
beyond
something
beyond that. Thank you for tuning in. MaxNow.tv. We're here. Shot Club. Thank you.
Yeah. So it was called a XXL thing originally, and we got promised a lot more than what it became.
Right.
But I did all I could do with the cipher. I went out there. My boy Payday lives out there, so I was lucky I had a place to stay and stuff. But I chilled with him, and then we went to the event. I killed the cipher, and then we were featured in the magazine. But because the way that XXL for cash, I don't exactly know the details of it, but a lot of shit took forever. It didn't get labeled. The ciphers weren't even called XXL ciphers anymore. And the only thing that really like got locked in that we were actually promised was me being featured in the magazine. But even then, it was kind of like it was like weird spread. And then it was this, and then guess what? We're in again, and we're all like, oh shit, that's dope. And then I go check, and it's the same exact article. So it's like I did it. It was cool. I can say, yeah, I've got the magazines hanging in my room. Like, I was in XXL. I can grab the Kendrick edition in the future and go, boom, there's me. But I mean, like anything, the way it sounds versus what it actually is usually not the same, right? The party in your head is always way better than the party in reality.
I mean, and that's
sometimes.
But that's a lot of what goes into promoting yourself. Is it comes off, you're like, fuck it, I gotta build off this. You know, you do what it is, like this happened. Yeah. Even though you're like, the way it happened was maybe not the way I would have loved to, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it kind of was like that, right?
But I want to jump back real quick. You mentioned
no, it's their fault.
Toronto. Well, no, but I mean, a lot of people RAEKWON came and raped Canada too. So
whoa! Rape is a very strong word.
Am I wrong?
I didn't say that. I was just saying Toronto.
No. He came and raped Factor. Opportunity. He came and he was just like, "Hey." And he came through and made a whole bunch of cake and left a few artists in the dust. And,
but don't most labels do that? Like most of the labels get their.
But that's what I'm saying. Multiple like avenues are seeing Canada as what it is. There's some untapped talent here, and there's also some fucking green people who don't know what the fuck they're doing.
And there's also
come up here and make some money.
There's no real system,
and there's no industry.
Because there's no industry, it makes it easier for them to do what they do.
So that's, I mean,
but besides that,
they haven't done anything since. They haven't been back since, right? You know,
I feel like that Factor situation with him is like, it sucks that he did that, but also it's like
He's a hustler.
He's a hustler, right? And he abused the system.
He saw an opportunity and he went for it.
Including myself. Like, he abused an outlet that Canada gives that even 90% of Canadian artists haven't. You figured out how to utilize the fucking factor system, right? Or the grant system. We all talk about it, but really, how many guys are pulling in these $10,000, $20,000 grants? A handful.
For a time.
You know what? Some people do it, right? But yeah, so he figured out how to. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start a label in Canada. Why? We all ask. Oh, Canada, because Canada's litty. We be handed. We just throwing bags of money at artists.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
We need content, please.
So besides the industry, when all these things happen, you're looking at Double XL, you're looking at the RAEKWON situation, all that stuff. What's the most fun for you? Because we know most of what we do is the stuff that's not glamorous. You know, what makes it worthwhile for you?
You know what?
It's making sure I look at everybody.
No, but it's his little once in a while, just like.
You know, like, honestly, as corny as it sounds, like, we all love dropping something that gets good feedback, right? Like, I love when I put all my energy into a song and I know I'm feeling it. When you're sitting there writing something, you're like, oh fuck, like I can't wait for people to hear this. That feeling you already feel, whether nobody likes it or not, is already unbeatable. But the fact to put something out and sometimes or like a good amount of the time get a good feedback from it is just something about that just drives you to want to keep getting that, because I'm already pouring my emotion out to it. Like I said, whether a million people are listening or one person's listening, I'm going to do it either way. So the fact that you get good reciprocation from it is just like, wow. Like you know, that's a blessing for people to be like, I'm a fan of your music, you know, not like from no other place than just like your music does something to me.
What do you find you get the best reaction from it, and just the most like,
you know what, it's crazy, all over the place. Like there was a time where I was getting hated on
door to door, right?
Yeah, like I'd be hated on for doing the new school shit because the old heads, like I was a big part of King of the Dot, and like when I dropped Party Hardy, it was the worst thing to happen to King of the Dot. Everyone was just like, "Oh, what the fuck, Stitch, Mr. Hip Hop Ain't Dead, It Lives in Your Girl's Stomach, dropped Down with Webster. So what the fuck is this shit, right?"
Wait a second. Yeah. King of the Dot. What was your association? These guys aren't big on battle rap.
Yeah, I did it. I used to battle. I started off back when they were still just in Blue Moon. Like I'm talking years ago. Like when they were like, it was fresh off the street into the first venue. Yeah, and I was battling it like at that point. Me and Sharon started at like the same time.
Okay, I was gonna ask if you battled Sharon.
No, freestyle battle once, but unfortunately he got me on that. Yeah, that's an obvious one. Dead. He's got those freestyle, but
Sharon's dead.
Yeah, like we started at the same time. He obviously battle rap was not really my biggest thing. I loved it. I grew up on battling. I love ripping into dudes. I can diss track a dude out of his career. You know what I mean? But I'm a guy. I'm a slave to the beat. I need the beat there. I need some rhythm. The whole acapella stature and the politics and everything. And not saying it's a negative thing. I love King of the Dot, Ganik, Gully, all them. Yeah. Then you drop tunes like this and they don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? You know. But their girlfriends do.
Well, that's why they're mad then. That's why they're mad.
It's kind of, you know, the hip hop heads don't fuck with it, but I'm getting messages now from fans I never would have ever been doing like STITCHBARS type shit all the time.
What's funny as things have progressed and minds have opened and music has expanded, you have people who've grown with that and been like, yeah, I mean, it's fine. You know, like I also like to listen to this. And then you have people who have just like, this is it now, and it's become even more narrow for that crowd. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, it can only be.
But I get it though.
Yeah.
Like I get it.
But you like more than just hip hop?
Yeah, I do.
You love old school, you love soul, you love R&B.
Last, I was playing samba today.
I'm the same way, man. Like I'm all over the place. If you listen to my burnt disc in my car, like it's maybe at a what?
He's old school. He's old school. Wait, hold on. Is it a CDR or a CDRW?
It's a CD minus R.
No, but can you re-record over it?
Hell no. But I'm saying, hell no. It's a dollar store thing. Ain't no re-recording. Yes. Well, I don't know. You have to cut the camera. You have to teach me some shit. But yeah, like it's basically all like, you know what? Out of 20 songs, 3 of them are like hip hop. Like 3 of them it might be a Weekend tune. It might be Future. It might be Chris Brown's new song. Like I'm all over the place.
You were talking about it early before you got here. Album from last year.
Ooh.
Or what were you?
Hey!
got time to think about it.
Yeah. Let me think about this.
Actually, before we do this, can we transition to the new video?
Can we trans to the new video?
Trans to the new video. So
okay, let's take the shot for the new video.
Okay.
World premiere.
Yeah. World premiere. Nobody's ever seen this before.
Never.
You can introduce your video. Go ahead.
Hey, it's your boy Stitch. It's my tune Dr. Miami. Hip Chat family. I'm here with the Shot Club, baby. Ooh. Standout album. You know what?
Oh, and the video's playing.
Oh,
We're gonna go up here.
How you like it?
Show. Dope. Like fucking sick. Yeah, I honestly we didn't know what to expect. We walked in.
But you knew there was.
I've seen like the angle from the camera, right? But that's all. Like I didn't realize. I've never actually been in the Max FM building. I've been told Mike, my homie.
Yeah.
You know, I was supposed to come here a bunch of times.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to come here a bunch of times, but then we rolled up. And we're like, you know, we buzz us in. We walk up the staircase. Up, so when I walk in, I'm just like, oh fuck, it's like legit. I see you guys all here. Like, I'm like, oh fuck, like I'm like walking in. You know?
Funny?
You guys like,
Funny? Hold on. You're in good company. Because the only person. No. Maestro
did do it too.
Maestro.
Oh really?
Because Maestro came in. Chris wasn't here that day. So
Somebody else wasn't here.
Yes, we did it. You almost sound like David. Thanks, David, for hater mode. But yeah, he was like the first one to come in, and he's just like, we're doing the show, and he's like talking like to us while we're. He's like, you guys ain't gonna get me fucked up, whatever, and
he's used to being on set, so he should know that we're like,
silly Maestro, you know how we do here.
And it's weird because he's older, and you're just like, hey, Maestro, we're gonna introduce you. Whatever.
Like, cool.
And he's still talking.
He's like, nah, y'all ain't gonna get me fucked up. We're like, all right, bro. Cool.
Man.
Go get mic'd up.
We're gonna get mic'd
He
up.
said that his listening party too. Though. I was like, yo, can't wait to have you on the show. First thing, you're not gonna get me fucked up.
I thought, you know, I'm talking to Big Game. I'm like, I'll come out here, take shots, you know, whatever. Fuck. Expect me 5. They're 4 deep already. You're supposed to take like 12. I'm like,
It's every 10 minutes.
Then I was like, wait, how many shots did fucking Dynamic take and start rapping? I brought verses. I didn't bring a laptop. I didn't know. But
He was at the end. He rapped at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like the last.
I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. I brought a verse memorized, but I mean, I got a bunch of verses.
But you were, because not everybody expects it. You were the one who were like, I brought bars too. Because most people like don't. Mom was already like, I don't know how many in, and we made a spit.
Dynamic was like, Dynamic's one was like,
that beat's crazy,
really intricate, and he was like, it was like fully. He must have gone like 24,
same pattern.
Same pattern all the way through. And he stumbled a bit closer towards the end.
Yeah,
but he still.
He also said that was a verse from like years ago too. So yeah, you still.
I'm not that guy. All these, like, I know so many rappers, they got like arsenals in their head, eh? Like, I'll roll up to any spot and I remember this verse I wrote back in the day for my book. Like, bro, I'm that guy. Literally, if it comes in, something else is coming out.
As soon as I record.
Yo, I'm like, it gets, and I do a bunch of collabs, and it lose it all, right?
Yeah.
And performance days, like, I'd literally memorize what I had to memorize that show, and then
I hate when you go to performances and people are like, yo, you want to do that feature today?
Yeah, drop. No. I pull the Kanye card, like, nah, I ain't even. We can't even do that, bro. Meanwhile, I'm like in the bathroom. Like,
so how much of my verse do you remember?
Yeah.
The worst thing about it is most of them know about the show weeks in advance, and then the day of.
Okay.
He's playing the song, right? Oh, is this the same song?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is that.
No, it's not the same.
Okay.
Same shit, bro.
No, I didn't know if he was playing it in accordance with like.
No. I played a different one because it wasn't.
You mixed down?
Yeah.
Count us down, Ma.
You get a countdown?
Yo, Kim, can I get a beer?
We go next.
And we're black.
And also, if you guys didn't realize, that was Stitch's new video, Dr. Miami.
Hey.
Shot in, obviously.
What was the best part of the video?
Best part of shooting the video? Oh, man.
Did you shoot the video in Miami?
We did.
Okay.
You know what? There's so many highlights of this video. We were riding around Ocean Drive in a Lambo.
Oh, I saw clips of that.
Yeah, and it's great. Like having a Lamborghini, like I've never experienced that. Like,
Lambo, bro?
No, I got a Ferrari. It's not the same, bro.
So don't feel the same.
Nah, man. Just it's something about parking on the side of the street and like, fuck going to the club. Like, save your money. Like, people just hover around you.
Yep. Yeah,
you just stand there. And, rent it. We rent it. You know what I mean? Rent the Lambo for the weekend, bro. You'll save money. Go to all the clubs. If you're trying to get girls, anyways, that's the key. They're just gonna walk up to you. Oh, you can have a Lambo.
You're not gonna get in Miami anyways.
That's the dopest shit. That's the dopest shit I've heard though. Like the Lambo and save money.
It's Miami. Listen,
rent the Lambo and save money.
They have so many exotic car rental places in Miami.
Exactly.
Because everybody wants to.
It's true, and the funniest part is they still all act like I've never seen a Lambo before. Meanwhile, it's like every person here that doesn't live in Miami, well, they flew their Lambo over here. No, everyone's driving rentals, but still, it doesn't matter. The girls see Lambo. It's a Lambo.
And you're not. It's a random dude. You're not getting into the club. On the street with a Lambo.
Yeah. But like Miami's expensive to go in. Like even like we went to Aura and it was like $60 fucking entry, and you're in there like because Jadakiss is there, right? But I mean you're not getting close to Jadakiss. Like he's blocked off by 1,000 men.
They do that because everybody wants to be where somebody is, no matter if they get close or not.
So I can say, I was at Aura last night at Jadakiss.
And that's when you take the
Kiss.
picture and like get them through the people.
Bro, I'll show you a picture later. You'll laugh. I literally got it. It's me and Jada's like back here. You see his chubby face. Like,
and that's just Kiss.
That's not true. That's not
Ross
man
who's not right
or
like Bad Baby.
Or even Khaled. Imagine Khaled in the spot.
And he's in Miami.
You're not in the same club as Khaled.
Yeah.
Live. They go to Live.
Yeah, exactly.
You get into this club.
Live, King of Diamonds. Like they're prestigious clubs. Like you can't always just get in. Like, common misconception. Yo, we're gonna get checked out. We're gonna go to Live. Yo, tonight me and the boys we're in Miami. We're gonna go to King of Diamonds. Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. What day is it? What time is it? How much money do you have?
But on Snapchat, we're live and live.
All you need is a picture of your shoes and a bunch of ones, and men crush King of Diamonds tonight, fam.
Okay, so you're from Kirkland Lake, right?
Yes, sir.
Your mic.
Because I forgot that because I was like, I said when we were talking, I was like, most people get scared to come on the Shark Club. They're like, y'all not gonna get me fucked up.
We're talking about
but
most people.
But like, I'm a Northern boy, and I was like, oh, true.
Yeah. Most people that come on the show, their first thought is we're gonna set them up. Like we're gonna give them some shots, we're gonna ask them some questions and set them up, type of thing. But you're the first person. You're the first person that I can remember. I don't know if you, anybody else, like first season, anybody was like, yeah, I can't wait.
Governor?
Maybe governor. Yeah, but you're like the first person as far as this season goes.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm excited to come get drunk with y'all, man. Real excited.
No, because
like you don't drink in your own time,
because the perception always changes. Yeah. Right. First, the perception is we're gonna get them, and then after it's like, no, we're just chilling, having drinks. Right. So, but you're the first.
And then we wait till they get drunk and we get them.
And then you get us. See, that's what I mean. He's setting me up right now. Most dudes think when we ain't.
See how Morgan's do that on you. So
first of all.
Well, no, because he's talking Matt Toronto slang. I'm like, so you're from Kirkland?
No, yeah. Yo, fam, beer things out in Kirkland, eh? No, I was born there. My family, my dad's from there. My grandma's up there. The 705 thing right now.
Where did I get this?
He goes, yo,
where did Iceberg Society.com.
Imagine you called me. I was just like, yo, where? I don't recognize that. I was lying about being from Kirkland Lake. What lie would that be?
I got a tatted.
Oh man, this guy's killing me. All the girls from my hometown, they go, who's the guy with the 705?
We've never been out there. We go to.
No, we haven't.
We grew up in Sudbury.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Okay. Get celebrity status. Fucking those are the homies.
Yeah.
7 OG.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. We have been back and forth from like Timmins. We've done shows in Cobalt.
We'll probably be out there this spring.
Well, yo, I do an annual show out there every summer.
I saw that.
Yeah. So I mean, if you guys are Sudbury cats, like I should get you guys a set out. You guys
definitely have some people out there.
Yeah, we sell the fucking place out every year at fucking Vienna's. It's a small little spot, but in Kirkland, that's where all the people flock to, right? We got like 200 people crammed in this little bar. It's usually me.
We just happen to be setting up a tour, so
yeah.
You know,
let's get it.
Just be in the area.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna be up the street.
Hey, I'm about it.
Up the street.
I'm about it. I'm about it. But yeah, Kirkland, you know, I was born there. I moved out when I was young, but I've always had family. I go up every Christmas and almost every Christmas, every summer.
You have family?
I do.
You found their fam?
Yeah, I got family. I got family. Yeah, my grandma's out there, my aunt, my uncles, and I got lots of fans out there just for the fact there's not a whole lot of people that have blown up at a Kirkland Lake. So and there's a lot of kids in the town. The common misconception it's an old people town, but all those old people have fucking kids. You know what I mean? Now they're all 19, 18, 20 years old, and they don't have anything to grasp onto. Like, who's from my town? Is there hope being from this small town?
Yeah.
Then when I was 20 years old, I'm like, you know what? I'm coming back to Kirkland. Let them remind them that you guys have somebody.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna bring hip hop to Kirkland. I was the first rap performance ever up in Kirkland or that whole area. I was the first guy.
So is that your favorite place to perform, or where?
You know what? That is for the fact that the love is like nothing else. Like they go hard, man. They're rapping my lyrics to my songs, and even the songs that people here don't fuck with, like, you know what I mean? Even like Party Hardy and fucking like shit like Wake Up and stuff like.
Can even the guy Hardy, because he's brought it up multiple times. Can we play Party Hardy?
Yeah.
Real quick?
Do you have it?
Party Hardy.
All right, that's fine when you know.
YouTube that shit.
Sorry, bro.
SoundCloud that shit.
That's another -1, bro. That's another -1.
You don't have that in your white utility belt?
I love that one, yeah.
But yeah, like, it's just crazy. I love performing out there because they always show us love, and not even just me, my buddies. Like, I bring them up, and first time I ever brought them up there, you know, we're driving up north. We hit North Bay. I don't know if you've ever been up. That's where you're already hitting there. They're like, "Are we there yet?" And I'm like, "Nah, 2.5 hours to go, bro." And they're like,
"Wait, did you take 11 to get there?"
I go all the way up.
So once you hit Barry, you're gonna go
all the way up.
The way he said it, he was like he was rapping the chorus.
I've only been to Kirkland once.
You've
been to Kirkland?
Yeah. I had a stepmother from there.
You've been to my town? What the fuck?
I had a stepmother from there.
He's got the 705.
Yeah. But I don't really know what direction it is.
Basically, when you hit North Bay, you can either go straight to go to Studbury, coming from Toronto, or you go right and you go up.
Studbury?
Studbury. Sorry, I'm feeling this.
It's a shotgun.
You got him?
My uncle's a Kirkland.
Who's your Roy? Oh, David.
Roy what?
Uncle Roy Wild.
Roy Wild.
David.
I'm gonna do some recon.
I'm Skippy.
Other than Kirkland, where's your favorite place to perform?
Espanola.
Favorite place to perform? You know what? Like, I've performed a lot in Canada, a lot in like Ontario. There's nothing beats performing in Toronto, but with a good crowd. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, well, I know you guys know it, but
yeah, I don't know.
You know how hit or miss
things don't go hand in hand.
It's a screw face capital for a reason. Like, it's not like you're in Calgary. Oh, guess what? So Mercury's perform, but there's not a whole lot to do other than hit that show. You know what I mean? As far as if you want to be any kind of hip hop here on a Saturday night. We're too spoiled. You go down Queen Street and every other venue.
We're spoiled.
You know what I mean? We're spoiled as frog, bro. We're spoiled as frog, bro. It's crazy.
I'm gonna go home and have some spoiled chicken.
Yo, speaking of chicken, did we miss our shot? No. Slow down, Stizzy.
Locked and loaded.
Even I have to defer to the chicken.
Yeah. I love performing in Toronto when it's a dope show. Like we just did the Low Index show at Nocturne, which famous venue, Nocturne. We've all performed at fucking Nocturne, right? We've all had a good night at Nocturne and a bunch of bad nights at Nocturne, right? That one time, remember that one time at Nocturne? It was pretty lit. But those 5 other times, it's like, fuck Nocturne, right? Yeah. So the Low Index show. No, don't the venue. It's not the venue. Anything wrong with it? It's
MB. It's everything. It's everything.
Okay, mom.
Yo.
She's been there on a different night completely.
Nocturne is dope depending on who's performing and when it is. I've been to Wednesday night shows at Nocturne. And even guys like Doom Squad, like shout out to Doom Squad, they're dope as fuck. And they didn't even there wasn't a lot of people. Mind you, the hip hop scene out in the West is a little different than Toronto's its own monster, right?
Exactly.
We can all admit Toronto
what I'll give them
own monster.
Is for doing their own tour. I'll give them that. For coming out here on their own, headlining their own tour.
Yeah.
When because
that's a brave move, especially. I told them that when they couldn't believe it. They're like, we like every other show they did, they got a lot of people, and I was like, it's not them because they're some of the best. Honestly, like from a rapper standpoint, they are some of the Kripal, like they're some of the best rappers I know. But that's not the Toronto market. Toronto wants auto-tune, trap,
that's what I say about what's it called? Mercury Snack.
Okay.
Everywhere they will go, sell out. Or
Toronto?
close to sell
and those are my fans. Shout out to Merc. He just messaged me
today.
today, actually.
They come to Toronto.
They go to Rockpile.
For
one. You have the same crowd.
I've performed at Rockpile
every
too,
single
I've been at
show.
Rockpile.
Yeah.
I remember
I've never performed East, the one next to the strip club.
No, that one's
You
not
haven't either?
It's
West side.
It's closed.
West, always West.
I live out west.
That one's closed.
Right?
The East Side one is closed.
Yeah,
okay,
side.
for a couple years now, right?
Yeah, I did the last one
never-
there with Southside and Applebee's. Last show it was there like a few years ago.
I was
But
always a self-titled fan.
They weren't open that long though. They couldn't have been open that
The
long.
East?
The East side.
East Side?
Okay.
No, because the original one is the West Side.
Yeah.
And then they branched out to
Yeah.
the East. So it
And
couldn't have been.
it didn't- yeah.
It couldn't have been open that
Bubble
long.
like they expected.
But let me bring it way back. You just mentioned it again, but let me bring it back.
My sample to my music.
Because you mentioned specifically.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what's Toronto's rap?
Travis Scott. Sorry.
That's funny.
We said Travis Scott.
Travis Scott.
Oh, Travis.
Pretty much.
Okay. I mean,
What's wrong? Does Toronto rap have a sound? Does Toronto have a sound?
maybe I'm like, I forget
No, but
sometimes.
you reference it, so
No, yeah,
it must
Toronto,
have a sound.
What I think of, Toronto does have its own sound for sure.
Girl.
Yeah, and I even just think that whole.
Wonder Girl.
Well, Wonder Girl, she's young, no?
Well, she
Like,
produces a lot of stuff for them.
Yeah.
but I feel like as much
Travis
as generic as it is to obviously reference Drake and 40,
It's
that-
the truth though.
it's
But
the
is that the
truth. Like,
Toronto
and you know
sound?
I don't
what?
think that's Toronto sound.
I don't think that's the Toronto
That's not the
sound.
sound
No,
that
no,
you
but
like.
that's what Americans identify the Toronto sound as.
No, but you're talking about
I'm thinking
Toronto
Toronto,
trap.
like dark, melodic, moody, emotional. Like
So,
maybe not like
more
the
like
trap is such a
more like
loose.
Tory then. More like
Kind
Like-
Tory does so many different
I'm
styles.
thinking like
Yeah.
even early Drake. Like, remember like
Or
Successful.
jazz.
Even when the song Successful came out. Remember the power that your body felt when that like you heard that deep, weird, like emotional beat with Trey Songz in him, and you're just like, but I fuck with it heavy.
Yeah.
He ran with that, and him and 40. I
totally.
feel, in my own opinion, maybe I'm wrong. They ran with that sound, and I feel like a game that was conquered by it was specifically you were either from New York or you're from Cali.
Hey!
Let's go.
There it is.
To the Toronto sound, I guess.
Yeah.
No, but I'd like to delve deeper.
Yo, shout outs to my people in the background. Shout outs to Reality. Shout outs to Kim. Shout outs to Explicit.
How many people do you
I just want to say, when Maestro was here, he said that people were like looking for the Toronto sound last time he was in there. Why? What do you think he was talking about versus? I mean, we're all we do. I think we all don't know.
Yeah.
You know what?
It's not.
Well, it's because the Toronto sound has changed so drastically. If you think Chauclair, Socrates, Cardinal, Toronto sound, it's a whole lot different.
For me,
than-
it's Cardinal. I have to say. For me, it's
and for the
Cardinal.
older heads, I'm not using the age thing. I don't know how old people here. I'm not saying any age shit. I'm just saying Chauclair, Cardinal. That was a Toronto sound. Like the whole introducing patois into an English rapping.
Exactly. That's
Like
what I feel the Toronto sound should have been.
you're English, but you're bringing in Jamaican patois.
That was a Toronto sound.
Oh, that was totally Toronto.
But right now,
Shout outs to Cardinal. He was
There's
like,
a reason for that. There's a reason for that. That's a second generation thing. That's me bringing my parents' generation. What I was.
Yeah, they Jamaicans went to
that's
either New
the
York
second.
or Toronto,
No,
right?
first generation Canadian.
That's the first generation.
No, but I mean, just like your parents came here
From Jamaica, so that means
yes.
first generation.
No, but you're first generation Canadian.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No. What I mean is that sound, the reggae, the dance hall, all that shit. We're not used to it, so that's what I'm saying. That's the first time you really heard that.
I get what
As a culture, as a people, that's we're second.
That's true. Like the people who really.
I hear what you're saying. In fact, I hear what you're saying, but it's different for the way of the Caribbean bounce of the way that the 40 and the way they modernized it. It's so easy now to get a reggaeton sounding, Caribbean sounding beat and rap to it like Party Next Door, which back then you'd get that beat and you kind of would know how to come on it, especially as me as a white rapper. Like, how would I? Whoa. How would I come all over that shit?
We have a sign for that. So when you see that, just understand it.
I didn't know how to come all over that Cardinal record. All over.
We paused all episodes.
But you know what?
As much as we are forward thinking and we trans.
But yeah, I know. But back to the question. Like, I definitely back to the question.
But back to the lecture.
Yeah. I definitely feel like Toronto has had two different sounds, and it went from being. But it's funny how history has a strange way of repeating itself. Like King of the Dot. It's like it started that Cardinal, like patois, and then Toronto sound was very Drake, moody. I just want to be successful.
That's third
and
generation.
all that. But then it cycled back into like. Now Drake, every song is like Controller. One day, like
it's like, but actually, honestly, people say that's the reggae sound, but it's not. No, it's Afrobeats. It's the stuff. That's why you know what? Whisk it in.
This a little out of my demographic.
You know what I think that is? You know what I mean?
I don't front like I know shit. If I don't know, I'll bow up.
You know what I think that is? I think that's Drake's way of doing Pitbull.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Pitbull.
That's
Pitbull,
a weird class.
No. What I'm saying is a transition. Like Drake made a certain type of music, right?
Yeah,
and we knew Drake for an emotional type of.
How long we know sound. Drake though for? Because I remember hearing some older before.
09.
What's the first Drake song you heard? Because a lot of people say "Replacement Girl." He was already doing. He had like 2 or 3 mixtapes before that, right? Of course, not a lot of people.
But that was the track he spent 30 grand on. That was the 30 grand track. So
he even said that. So we ain't talking shit. He did. He admitted that.
No, he did. He did.
But yeah, like.
But he had 30.
What I mean by that. What I mean by that.
Oh, he had that. Remember the Bishop Grande video? Yeah, he had that TV money, baby. I got that Degrassi money, baby.
What I mean by that is with Pitbull is Pitbull found a sound that worked for him.
Took him a while, but he finally found it.
He found it in something that was more universal. So Drake is doing, when he started doing the WizKid shit and Hotline Bling, he's finding something that's even more universal.
We talked about this earlier. You
find where you fit in.
Yeah. And like, to be fair, like I don't care what anybody says, I'm a huge Drake fan. Like, because I'm a songwriter, I'm also like I write songs for other people as well. And our chicken got fucked up.
Yeah.
And I respect the fact that he's an amazing songwriter. It's rare that I like to take pride in my own shit, and I'm a very proud person. It's rare that I hear something that I'm just like, fuck, I wish I wrote that, or fuck, I wish I came up with that. And no one does that to me more than Drake. You know what I mean? Like I hear every other Drake and I'm just like, you bastard.
The first time I enjoyed a Pitbull track was when Stephen Marley hit it last year. We came in.
People's different story.
He knows though.
Stephen Marley laid more #1 tracks last year than any
people don't know what Stephen Marley. Stephen Marley's wicked.
Like if there's you got the craziest Toronto accent I've ever heard.
That is random. That's like off topic. But Stephen Marley.
Stephen Random.
I say just stand by.
He's the closest.
No, bro, you in this too, bro.
To touch his dad.
But you can stand
musically.
Pause. Yo, pause. Shot club, baby. Nobody touching nobody's dad unless they consent.
Since Halfway Tree.
Yes. Like, what was the mood? What's the mood one? I can't remember. But
I know.
Whatever that album, crazy. But that's off topic.
Yes.
And then Drake did that Still Fly remix, which I would miss that boat. Like everyone's like, oh, I'm still fly.
I remember that.
I missed that. I never heard this song. I never heard the original Page. I never heard the original. I never heard the song.
The original was the Big Time.
No,
the original.
I know what you're talking about, but
well, then that makes sense. Because Drake always paid homage to the Big Time.
But the first song that was released in Canada for that song, for those two, was Page with Drake.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying where they got it from.
Yeah.
He's always paid homage to like Big Timers and Baby, even after the fact of everything.
But still, I want to go back to this Toronto trap sound because there is a Toronto trap sound. There is this dark.
Is it now?
It's different. It's
Pressa, Smoke Dog.
Yeah, and everybody in that documentary that I wasn't in.
I just know. Honestly, my daughters put me on
throw that shade.
My daughters put me onto those.
You know what? It wasn't me that even threw shade. It was people that messaged me.
I feel like there is like a real sound emerging, a dark trap sound emerging from Toronto. That's like it may have grown off of other things, but it's like
Is it just me though, or does it not feel
totally
perfect? Like, does it not feel like when you're cruising downtown on one of those fucking nights, and it's that Toronto vibe? Do you not just hear that? I'm sorry, like, and I love all the Caribbean. I love Old Cardinal. I love fucking Shotgun's my homie. Like, but this Toronto sound, when I think of the city Toronto, when I'm downtown and I'm in that vibe of those skyscrapers and that ambience of that nighttime in Toronto, I don't hear that Caribbean vibe. I hear that fucking dark, moody, emotional drink. I hear that.
And the slang.
Well, of course. And the slang's coming to fam. Like, real thing, eh? It's come a long way.
It's crazy.
But it's fam.
It's not fam. It's fam. It's fam.
It's actually like,
where does it come from?
Listen, I've seen people write FOM.
Where does it come from?
I was like, come on. You can. It's an
Jamaica.
It's from
London.
The original
Toronto. Well, it comes from London because all the Jamaicans, when they left Jamaica, they either went to London, New York, or Toronto.
Exactly.
Calm down. You're going way back. I'm saying this comes from the old Toronto sound.
This sound now comes from the old Toronto sound.
Slang.
The slang, the slang.
Yeah.
But the slang is Toronto.
You can map the slang.
I feel like that's even evolved though. Like Toronto slang.
Sure.
I wasn't in high school in grade 12. Like, yo, fam, mans are trying to. Nah,
it's crazy.
It's
crazy how much.
Hold on.
Remember,
like, no, mans was there.
Hold on.
Listen,
Let me get this. Mans was always there.
Yeah.
Mans was always there.
Mans them, that was always there. That was part of the Jamaican influence.
Even
you're right. No, you're right. That's wrong of me to say.
But
you're right.
A lot of shit. It's like, remember when New York was really popping, and then you knew the New York slang. If I say dead ass, these dudes are looking at me like like New York slang. But there's actually Toronto slang now.
Yeah.
Like our forefront. The slang has always been there.
Waste you, fucking catty ting.
But that's the thing. The Toronto slang though, it mixes with the UK slang.
Joby.
Just because of the Jamaican.
Remember we used to say Joby back in the day?
Remember Poppy Show? I used to. I'm still bringing that up. I'm bringing that back. So forget about show. But anyway. But yeah, like slang wise, the Toronto slang is mixed with UK slang.
It is.
Because of the Jamaican influence. But because you'll see, fam, the only reason we say it like that is because the British.
That's a British thing.
Like,
no, man, they're trying to run up. Isn't it, fam?
Isn't it, fam?
Isn't it?
Isn't it, fam? Everything's isn't it, except for when it's actually, that's cool, isn't it? That's when it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I lived in Bermuda for 5 years.
Oh,
Bermuda's a British colony.
Yeah,
so in it is.
It's I've watched.
Explain this to me. What's this mean in Britain?
I don't know.
Slag off, right?
I don't know.
No, oh man, I had
we're from Sudbury, so slag means a different thing.
Bro, I had a picture with the prince. What prince is it? Prince Harry?
Yeah.
Okay. The youngest one, right?
Harry.
Yeah. So when I was in London, I performed at We Day. We performed at Wembley in front of 18. Yeah, I performed at Wembley in front of 18,000, right? But anyways, me and Clive won't get drunk. It's all good though. Me and Ali Golden, where we're talking business. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, Uncle Phil? What was I saying again?
We event.
What's this?
Oh yeah,
What's this?
We day.
Yeah, was that We Day? But no, wait, what was that? Oh, slag off. Yeah, my G. Okay, so slag off. So here's a funny story. So I take a picture with the prince, and I'm all like, and the prince is like, and then I post a picture on Facebook. I get like 500 likes within like 20 minutes. So like the craziest I've ever gotten. I'm like, wow, you post a picture of royalty. It's different than a celebrity. It's like royalty. Everyone in the world recognizes who that is.
Exactly.
So then I get an email from the royal office from Britain, the royal office.
Here we go.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Every time you do that, I think it's Chris.
Bro, and they're like, so yeah, the picture we found with you. I guess they're watching every fucking thing. The picture we found with you and him. That actually in our country doesn't mean the same thing it means in your country. I'm going, please. This means slag off apparently in London. So that's like fuck off. And I'm in the picture with the prince like fuck off. Look at how gangster. I had like some leopard print shirt. I'm so fuck up, and the prince is like, you got to take that down or we're gonna have issues with the royal office, blah blah blah. So I took it down, right, for a couple years, 2 years, and then eventually
I'm like it is down,
and then eventually I'm like, I'm not even.
He's like, I photoshopped the finger out.
Yeah. And I used to do those shows. I was with the Tenors. It's a platinum slang group. They're like an opera group from the. You know the Tenors, right?
Yeah. They're not the Four Tenors.
No, it's three now.
There's three now.
And actually, because the one that did that national anthem, that was my manager. Remy.
Wait, hold on.
Remy was my.
Hold on. Okay, can you tell the story?
How do we feel about that?
Hold on. Can you tell the story?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He wasn't my manager anymore, but he was Remy of the Tenors was my manager. he was building my album for me. We had a lot of stuff going, and then we sort of went different paths. He's an active artist, right? Which is tough.
Like the PC
he's an active artist.
Like the PC shit.
And so I was doing my own thing, and it wasn't working out, and it was taking longer to get answers, longer to do this, longer to do that. We went our separate ways. I got a new. Before what?
The incident.
Before, yeah.
Yes, yeah. This is before the incident.
Okay. Where were you when that happened, and what was your reaction?
Hold on, before he gets there, finish the.
Well, I hate to say that because at the terms we were on when that happened, ain't the same terms as we're on now. So my reaction then ain't the same as it is now. Now looking back on it, I feel bad for the fact that it happened.
Back then, though.
I mean, at the time, I'm sorry for watching this, bro, but you know, shit happened. And
how did you take it though?
I mean, why? Like,
what was it? What was it?
Well, first of all,
what was it? What was it? In the...
Well, first of all, he changed the American.
All lives matter.
He changed the American national anthem,
he did.
which you cannot.
That's brave. No, but that's
as
fucked up as it was. That's brave to do that. Like because he went on his own.
Well, here's a secret.
own.
I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but now he's not a tenor anymore, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
he was born in Boston.
Help his cause.
No. Hear me out, though. I think what he felt is when he was doing the American national anthem, he took it upon himself to be like, I believe in this. I'm gonna go, and which not.
And that was a time when that term first came out.
Oh, and the Black Lives Matter was very.
When it first came out, it was meant to be. When it first came out, it was meant to be inclusive.
The thing about that is
all lives matter.
The only reason all lives matter came is because Black lives
matter. No time.
I know, but it was a way for non-blacks. When it first came out, it was a way for non-blacks to be like,
but that's the whole point of.
It fell and you dropped it around.
But that's the whole point. Sorry. You good? Okay.
He's been chiming in.
That's my manager, Kim Kwan.
But that's the whole point. Like the Black Lives Matter wasn't a thing that you have to feel inclusive about.
No, I know. I get that.
We were getting murdered.
No, I get
yes,
and we were wanting to say like, stop killing us. We matter.
I get it.
So when you're like, no, all lives matter, motherfucker.
Of course, all lives matter. But it's like that doesn't matter.
We just want to let you know that we matter.
You might as well say white lives matter. Like you know.
So that was the whole point. So I see you like.
And it's nothing against him. You know what? And I'll expand on it right now. To be fair. Cheers.
Very sensitive.
To be fair, I know the guy very well.
All shots matter.
All the eye.
All shots matter.
I know the guy well. He's just going up. I know the guy well. I know his intention behind it.
I want to hear about your ex-manager.
That's yeah. No, because shout out to Kim Kwan. He's the fucking man, though.
All managers.
Yo, wait. Big shout out to Kim Kwan right now. Yo, this is the part of the show we shout out to my manager, Kim Kwan. He's the fucking G right now.
Who's not Asian?
What?
Who's not Asian?
He's half Asian.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was much more Asian when we were on Facebook.
Could you hear Kim Kwan? Oh, what? Yeah. No, he's a G. But no, anyways, you know what? I know Remy. Like he's a good guy. His intentions of it wasn't anything. It's a ballsy. And if you hear him talk, he's one of those flat earthers. Fucking. I don't want to get in that argument right now.
No,
we don't have time for that.
Not an argument. That's a
but
joke.
you know what? He's specific in his thoughts, and his intent was not malicious. Doing it, however, you cannot do that as a performer. When you're in a front and like, bro, this is a lot of people. You cannot pull some shit that your bandmates are gonna look at you like, bro, are you doing this to me right now?
Mike Myers,
I think the hard part about
that is exactly.
I think the hard part about it was I'm assuming his bandmates.
No, they had no idea. They had no idea, and that's why they kicked him out. Which there was already a lot of conflict there. Anyways, I honestly legally cannot speak anymore on it.
Yeah.
But
so,
it was a touchy situation.
So what's your favorite color? I mean,
well, black. After that conversation. Nah, honestly, my favorite color is me.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so
you got a better question now. Come on, let's go.
So should we get into the challenge now, or?
No, not yet. No, we're still running. Things.
A couple shots. I mean,
we'll take one more.
So we did like.
Oh wait,
no, but we got a cue. We got a cue.
Wait, so we were talking.
Make sure.
What was that even leading up to? What was the question before that? We were talking about the tenors, and then I forget why we talked.
Okay, but this is the show.
It was your reaction that it was
UK slang.
Oh, my reaction was shit. Yeah, I mean, like I said,
you guys are good now.
We're okay now because, like I said, I'm doing great. I got my manager Kim Kwan. We're doing hip chat.
Yeah.
Remy still messages me to this day, and shows how lovely he's not salty. Like, you know what I mean?
See the jealous manager like who?
Yeah.
Who messaged you?
He's got the cue cards. It's just middle fingers on the cue cards.
He's like, just rap, just rap now. You gotta rap now.
But yo,
but
no.
The real question is, are you getting invited to the wedding?
Harry.
Oh man.
Harry.
Oh hell no, hell no, bro.
I say
the highlight of my London trip was getting drunk with Clive Owen.
Oh wait, hold on.
Me and Clive Owen got shit faced.
What if you are getting invited?
Okay, hold on.
No, I ain't getting
coming
invited.
as your +1.
Yeah, I got you, but we ain't going
up the way.
Okay, yeah. Well, cause yeah. I'll co-sign that.
You can rap in.
You
can rap in 7 minutes.
Listen, if you break up a wedding, if you go and you break up the wedding, you better drop a single the same day. Yeah, we working off you.
Broke up the wedding. That's what we headed. Broken condoms in the wedding.
I got a question to ask because I've been. You went to Heathrow, right? Airport.
Yeah. Heathrow. Yeah.
How bad was that walk? Because it is.
Oh my God!
It's worse than Pearson.
Well, I can't believe it. I literally don't even remember that.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that until you just brought it up now.
$400 not eating, not doing anything.
No,
he's like, I just spent all this money and I didn't do shit.
Heathrow's got a bunch of like high-end stores inside. You can't spend.
You're like, I'll have a coffee. They're like $300.
Bro, that's crazy.
So that walk is crazy. It's worse than Pearson.
That's the worst airport I've ever been in.
Yeah. People complain about the walk in Pearson, but Heathrow is
no.
Yeah.
Heathrow. Okay, it's crazy you even mentioned because I forgot, and it was like 3 years ago until you just mentioned that. I remember that, bro, and I was hungover too, which made it way worse. Bro, you think you're in, right? You think, you think you're in, right? And then you're like, okay, I'm in line, whatever. I'm going to my gate, right? And then you got your gate all the way down here, and you're like, that's a fucking hike. So then you hit the gate, and then, no, bro. Then you're on like a fucking like 4-kilometer hike down this long tarmac, bro. Yeah. And I got to like, and we finally got there, and there was like, and which obviously we're taken. Yeah. So I'm just like lying on the floor, like sleeping, waiting for my flight, bro. Oh man, that
is to wait for your flight.
Took 2 hours. We flew Virgin though, which is always
not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
I had to wait 8 hours.
Nothing wrong with
8 hours for what?
I was in Heathrow for 8 hours.
Oh, for fuck! No. Then I lucked out. I've also heard my London trip was freaking nature because I was there for 4 days and every day was sunny and beautiful.
I didn't get to go outside.
Which was like apparently like they're like
I was there for
4 days in a row, bro, and it was sunny, beautiful. I couldn't believe it. I was like, everything I've ever seen in London is raining and ugly.
That's all
I was there, bro, sunny, beautiful, everything. It was like 2014. I think it was like May. I think it was in May. I think it was May.
I was just going through. I was going on my way to South Africa.
May.
Hey, yo, flex on him for a minute though.
I was out, short stay,
Okay,
dropping that sasson out there in South Africa, but for a festival, but
South Africa.
But it's
not North Africa.
It's a dope airport, but it's expensive. And a lot of the weights there. It's just like both times I was there.
Well, London in general is expensive.
Yeah, but the airport is stupid.
Yeah, it's
the airport's.
You know what?
Just getting something to eat.
I can't remember. I just remember spending so much in London. Shit at the airport when I left. Yeah. So yeah, you're probably right.
I literally spent 12 hours in London.
Really? Is it that bad? I might have spent
8. No, because we went from the other city there. What's the other city?
Scotland. No, kidding. Other city in London. What? Manchester?
Yeah, no.
Manchester.
London?
No, it's just down the road.
Just down the road, man. It's all just down the road.
It's super ghetto too.
Pickney.
Oh, Bristol.
Piccadilly.
Brixton. Yeah.
Bristol.
We're in Bristol. Had a show in Bristol, and then we had a show in London, and then literally had to leave. Leave our Bristol to go to fucking.
Right.
Amsterdam.
Morocco.
No, Germany.
Morocco helped.
I just stopped in New York too, which I didn't like. I don't like going to JFK.
12 hours.
JFK is always an asshole. That was a bad airport too. Anything after 9/11.
Where's JFK? I don't know, but where in New York?
No, not New York. Newark, Jersey.
JFK?
No, I thought you said Newark. Oh,
no, sorry, JFK.
No.
I don't where exactly.
It's in Queens, I believe.
Sure. No. Queens is another one. JFK is somewhere else. JFK is probably closer to Manhattan. But the one you're talking about,
that's where I stopped in. But yeah.
Nigga, Google.
We might have to start setting up some tours. And
funny story, actually. The one I went to London. The reason I was there is I was with the Tenors, and I was going to perform at We Day. You know these big We Day. When they were four. And you know the big We Day performances. I don't know if you heard of them. It's at they did them at ACC.
I don't know the. Well, I know they did it.
I did it in 2012 at ACC. And then I did Seattle, and then I did Minnesota, then London, England, then San Francisco. Minnesota. They sound the closest to Canadians than anybody.
Yeah.
So, you know.
That's why
the closest to like northern
is it Queens.
Queens. That's New York, baby.
No, but there's another one. There's another one though.
Airport is LaGuardia. Yes.
Yes. That's Long Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
Long Island.
I knew there was two different ones.
But I shared a flight with Joy Badass. It was crazy. I walked out and I was like,
you speak to him.
Yeah. I talked to him and I talked to because we just opened for them in Hamilton.
Okay.
Like 6 months before that.
Okay.
And it was Static Selector right there, and I recognized Static because I was like,
I toured with Static.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, Static. I'm like, bro. I'm like, I just opened for you guys. He's like, oh, I'm like Hamilton. And like 6 days ago, he's oh fuck. And it was cool, man. He gave me a CD and he was like, oh, Joey. And I was like, yo, fuck, what up? And that was crazy because I looked and there's 2 seats down. There's Joy Badass. And, yeah. But I met a lot of famous people doing the We Day shit, bro. Like crazy. Yeah. It's hard to keep up to.
Is that how you met Dr. Miami? I feel
no. Dr. Miami is actually my manager, Kim. His good buddy Michael Vittori. They've been in business together, and Michael Vittori eventually moved to Miami, and they're both Jewish. Because Dr. Miami is Jewish, and so is Michael. So they actually go to the same church. Their kids are like best friends, and it just worked out.
The same synagogue.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, like, man, I'm chilling with Dr. Miami, and we just cool. Yeah, exactly.
Same synagogue.
Exactly.
Synagogue.
Yeah.
So what's your background?
I'm cultured.
I'm Italian Irish.
Okay.
So I drink.
So the vodka is northern.
You're northern.
Hey! Oh, that was perfect timing, man.
You're northern. You're northern.
Yo, yeah. I'm way up there, bro.
I have an OG shirt for you, but I had no more.
Hey, man. We'll link up again.
You know.
You can have the hoodie. You can get me another one.
Probably.
You have David's hoodie.
Oh.
But yeah, how come every time we take a shot, I forget what we were talking about previously?
Shots, dude. Shot club.
Shot club.
Shoot.
But
yeah, between Remy and you know what, I've done a lot of shit, man, and I had a couple stints there.
Maybe the last 20 minutes just be death.
Yeah, really.
We don't generally always fill him with shots too.
Let's get him one.
Look at him now.
Get him one.
He's
like the song. I don't know if you guys took in. You guys know 3 Days Grace, obviously.
I don't feel that they've taken
the band.
Yeah, like the band. Like I hate everything. So they lost their lead singer and they got the new lead singer from My Darkest Days. And when they did that, I actually helped them write the song "Fallen Angel."
Stun on him.
"Fallen Angel." I was supposed to be on.
I
had 2 verses on "Fallen Angel." Wasn't feeling it. They were. You know what? They're like the verses are sick.
Hold on. Who was the president of Def Jam at the time?
I have no idea.
What year is this?
This was 4 years ago, 3 years
Probably
ago.
L.A. Reid.
Maybe.
Yeah. Don't worry about
apparently, like, what happened is...
This was actually a good tune, dude. Does this not get picked up? Sorry.
Yeah, well, you know what? This is spinning in the States right now, but, you know, I could always use more views, right? But, yeah, the L.A. Reid, the 3 Days Grace. So I was in with My Darkest Days, which was an old, like, kind of punk ska band or whatever, Canada. And their lead singer became...
Big Shiny Tunes?
Yeah, all that shit, bro. And the lead singer of My Darkest Days became the new lead singer of 3 Days Grace because the lead singer of 3 Days Grace, I hate everything, that guy left for his own whatever reasons. So a buddy of mine, Ken, knew the drummer, and he was like, they needed a rapper for a song. And he's like, my dude Stitch, like whatever you need, whether it's hardcore or whatever, he's got you.
Yeah.
So it worked out, and like it actually went to the final stages where I was originally supposed to be on the track last minute, which would have been like my biggest claim to fame as far as like a big artist. Like 3 Days Grace was their comeback. Like it was fucking, they were saying, and it didn't work out. They didn't want it. And what really hurt is then I'd be like, I'd be doing something, and I'd go turn on the radio, and I'd hear "Fallen Angel," "Fallen Angel," from grace, and I was just like, "Fuck!" Like I was originally on that song, and that was just a fucking kick in the
Where does
face.
the name Stitch come from?
No,
Dog bite.
Say your real question. What was your real question?
So we all know that the rapper Stitches was a big influence on you.
Yeah.
So do you want to touch on that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a touchy subject. No, it's not. It's simple mathematics.
You gotta love it.
You have to love it for the fact he's different than me. He came out. He was completely left field. He had a fucking the Joker smile tattooed on his face. He rapped about selling bricks a blow, holding up a fucking M60.
His dad was a cop.
About the guy from
Miami.
From
Miami, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
Why are we talking about it?
No, it was a joke. It's a good question, though.
Because
Because the people that don't know my history would say, well, look at Stitches, right? The fact of the matter is,
and your Instagram is STITCHBARS.
SS, which is Central Soldiers, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm working on.
Honestly, I wouldn't have made the connection. Like,
I actually have a funny story to touch on that after this, but the overall of it is yeah, like when I first heard that "Brick in Your Face" song, I was livid.
Yeah,
I was livid because I was busting my ass. I was Stitch. I was young Stitch, and I tuned in one day on fucking online, and this song by this guy Stitches, with a tattoo on his face and a fat guns and an army of white boys with fat guns, had fucking
and a dad who's a cop.
I don't know all that. I don't know all that. But like millions of views, and I was like livid, right? Excuse me, fucking shot club.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Do you need a bucket?
No.
Who's
calling a bucket?
I'm just making sure.
But no. But then I looked into it, and I was like, you know what? This is simple mathematics. Like, if you want to look at it, there's proof on YouTube that I was young Stitch. Yeah. While he was still Lil Phil. Lil Phil was his rap name. Lil Phil was his rap name when he was 16 up until he made that song. His name was Lil Phil. I've been young Stitch since I've been how old? And that's just simple proof. And anyone that's from the area, I know everybody. I know Shock. I know Adam. But they could all vouch for me that I've been the same name that I've claimed since fucking.
You haven't been the same name because you dropped the young.
No.
As of recent,
well, I was just gonna say,
you're right. I was getting into that. You're right. You are right. But for the longest time, I was young Stitch, and
so now you go by Old Stitch.
Yeah, I'm like prehistoric Stitch now, bro. I'm like,
did you get a sponsorship with Old Navy?
Nah, bro.
Old Stitch, Old Navy.
Nah, bro. Just Levi's.
Levi.
You know, Indigo, the bookstore. Y'all fuck with it. I'll get you 50% off. No, honestly, man. It was, and then I was like, you know what? I don't hate on this because I'm like, bro, for already right now, like, it's a funny topic to bring up. But in all like seriousness, what the fuck is he doing? Like, you know what I mean? And nothing against him. Like, I know Mercury's did a song with him. I have no problem with the dude. Like, ever. If he was like, oh fuck this other dude named Stitch, whatever. Bro, look at the fact.
He's busy getting off lean.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny. And then here's the funny story I was going to talk about. When Dr. Miami brought me into his office, the first day he brought me to his office, and he goes, they call it Dr. Miami Land. It's in Miami.
Was it his medical?
Yeah, where he does the surgeries. I was right up in it. Bro, they was about to have me in there. I was about to be standing there, vomiting with fucking the head mask and the thing on. Like, he was going to have me right in there doing titty surgeries with him. And then not actually doing the surgeries, but just standing there watching him. But then he jokes around him. He goes, yo, ladies, he goes, Stitch is here. Stitch is here. And everyone goes, what? Everyone was shook. Like, apparently no one was fucking with it. Like, everyone was like, Stitches. All of a sudden, girls were changing. Like, everyone was like getting all weird. And he was like, no, Stitch is here. And everyone's like, oh, fuck. All of a sudden, everyone's like chilling. They're like, oh, man. They're like, I thought Stitches was here. And I'm thinking, like, I know Stitches is from Miami or Florida, right? Is he from Miami? I know he's from Florida, but is he actually from Miami?
Yeah, wow.
Whatever. But yo, the way they were looking at it, bro. Yo, if you're seeing the Stitches, they were not excited for you to be there, bro. So you need to fix your attitude, homie.
He's like Cuban.
They were not excited. They were like hiding shit and like. And he was like, "No, Stitch is here. Not Stitch is here, homie. Like, yo, Stitch is in here. Like, no, Stitch is here."
But let me ask you,
it's similar to like a lot of people who have come out. Let
me ask this though.
Hold on, let him finish.
He came out. He came from a wealthy family. And his career.
I didn't know any of that. I honestly didn't know any of that. I don't know his bring up. I just know that first video I saw breaking your face.
I seen him recently.
I was scared of him. I was like, bro, this motherfucker. I'm like, he's clearly got nothing to lose. Right. He tatted fucking Joker stitches on.
He has a lot of money,
tatted things I have on my face that sometimes I'm ashamed of. You know what I mean? I got real stitches on my face, and this motherfucker's just tatting them on his face. I'm like, you are crazy.
No, not a care in the world. When he recently came out, I seen him on doing an interview recently, and he was super like humble, and he was just like, yeah, motherfucker.
Welcome to the shop club.
He's not, obviously not. He was never built for the game. You know,
he grew up.
He wasn't trying to make music like for real.
What, 17, 18 when he did that song? Well, now we all grow up, man. I was crazy when I was 18.
I just saw. He's 22 now.
Is he really? Is that it? Really? Okay, I thought he was even older.
I mean, all that I'm gonna smash up the game and all that. That's kind of crazy. But when you're young and hyped like that, bro, exactly. I remember when I was young, bro. If you told me at 19, are you ready for this? I'd have stood up and be like, oh, I'm fucking ready. Fuck these men. I'll fucking blah, blah, blah. Now I'm just like,
I don't think I was ever that hyped though.
I was that dude.
As he was in that video.
I was so that dude. Yeah. I was that dude, man. I was just ready.
Think about it.
Now
I've always been super chill, but I don't think I was ever that hyped.
If at 20 you knew, who could tell you something?
I don't think you know you're honestly counting millions. Bieber. Bieber knew he was on at 17 when he's got $50 million.
I don't think
I'm on, motherfucker.
I don't think he was even 17.
Even nowadays,
yeah, 15.
Let's say you're 20 and Khaled's retweeting you, Diddy's retweeting you. You haven't made money yet, but these people are retweeting you. It's not going to change. That's not going to change your attitude.
No, you are who you are.
You're gonna be.
You were who you were before you came here, son.
Yeah, and that's a huge part, man. Like.
But at the same time, I feel those times actually open you up to who you are. Because before that, you are somebody, but you at the same time you're like, I can't show this much of me, or I'm supposed to do this because you're trying to be whatever. But once you hit that,
I find like it's a fine line too between the fans. Like I find there's a fine line between being like and being like, fuck you for not acknowledging your fans. There's a fine line. If you're like trying to walk and they're grabbing your dick and trying to grab your cell phone and your wallet, you're kind of like, get the fuck off me. But if it's just like, hey, my son's waited 8 hours for you, can I get a picture? Motherfucker, if you don't sit there and take that fucking picture, fuck you, bro. Yeah, and I'm a huge fan of that. It's kind of like, I'll sit there for 8 hours. I don't give a fuck.
It's kind of like
you have to.
It's kind of
humbleality.
Because who's stopping us from going to Ben Steele and love it.
It's that time again.
Shout out to my Hip Chat family. I know they're backstage sipping right now too. Reality Explicit Kim. Hey,
it's that time. One more time. I didn't even go live this whole time.
Fuck, me neither. What was I saying again?
It's 2018. You're changing.
Fuck, 18. Holy fuck.
What did I just say?
No, here's what I was going to say. All that, right? Stuff with your manager, stuff with Young Stitch, all that. Of doing what you do, right? Now, 2018, forward to the future.
Yes.
What's going on with you this year coming up?
Honestly, great question. Yeah, I've never been so excited because I feel like the last previous movements I've done, which is Wake Up, as much as the outsiders looking in would think that it's like, is this what he's doing now? When really it's a whole fucking M. Night Shyamalan. And that was the proper move. Yo, I'm Night Shyamalan. Alaikum, all right, bro. That was the move that needed right now, because when you have an outlet like a guy like Dr. Miami and he's like your homie, like I'm chilling there with him and he's like, bro, the song he heard, he's like, I love the song. He's like, any way I can help you, I'm gonna help you. And it's like, why would I not exploit that avenue? You know what I mean? But in the long run, what Hip Chat, bro, we got so much, and it actually is nothing to do with that Wake Up or Dr. Miami. Like, we have so much shit that's totally relevant to the modern market of everything. And that's what's going to catch everyone off guard, right? Yeah. I'm trying to hook shot everybody in the face. I'm trying to get everybody on Wake Up and everything. And they go, I fuck with this guy. Like, music, and I fuck with it. It's good shit. And then I'm going to give them the crazy R&B trap, moody feel sound, opposed to coming at the angle of like, yo, I'm that guy you all love with that lyrical, like back me up because you love me no matter what. Yeah. No, I'm restarting and I'm earning their trust and their faith again.
Now, Speaking of lyrical. It's that time again. Maybe spell it out.
Even before we go there, we go there, we're cut that. We are putting together a Shot Club album.
Oh.
And so every artist has been on Shot Club.
Invited on Shot Club album.
Okay.
That's news to me.
They're invited. Yes.
I'm invited. Okay. How's it work? Is it an original? How's it work?
It's all original.
Well, we have to talk to my manager Kim Kwan about that one, but yeah, I think we can work that out.
Thumbs up.
We'll set.
Yo, get in here real quick. Yo, Kim Kwan, get in here. No, get in here real quick. Yo, no, X, get in here. Yo, no, X, get in here, bro. No, get in here, bro. Yo, that's my engineer, Explicit. He's also one of the best rappers I fucking know. If you heard of any of my old Central Soldier shit, Reality, bro, these are my people, bro. And honestly, these guys are both active artists. My boy Explicit's fucking nasty. Riyad's been killing the fucking mainstream pop shit, bro. He's the fucking next level of that shit.
Slide in.
We'll slide in.
Yo, slide in, bro. Real quick.
Put some bars. So.
Really?
He needs some
I
support.
need support.
It's about the time. It's about the time.
Maximum.
We gotta get this.
Yeah, anything you guys have heard from me in the last, like, probably 10 years, been from this guy.
Okay.
So any music of mine, any engineering, anything you've heard.
All his bars have been from him?
Yeah, he wrote all my mixtapes.
No. So you're Quentin Miller.
Yeah. He's Stinston Miller. No. This guy, yeah, he's a fucking moneymaker, bro. And then Reality, bro. This guy is gonna be the next come up right now, bro. All his tunes, bro. He's friends with fucking Hilltop Hoods, fucking. You guys fuck with him, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, these guys all fuck with him, man. We making moves.
But yeah, but we're here.
My best bro from Perth, bro.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man.
I love.
He got so excited.
You
know people from Australia.
That's what put me on the guest list
Well,
for
we
their
do.
last
Done
show
deal.
back there.
Yo, Reality's plan is he wants to leave us. He wants to leave the Toronto scene and he just go to Australian hip hop. If you could reincarnate him in an Australian rapper,
That's
he'd
cool.
love life.
That's cool. That's cool.
Mo, you
That's
got
cool. Let's get into these bars, though.
This
Stitch bars. Let's get into these Stitch bars, though.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Wait for it. Wait.
Hold on. Mom,
Fam,
you ready? Mom, you ready?
No, fam. Wait.
Mom spaghetti? Mom spaghetti, fam? Am I just mom spaghettiing this shit, fam?
Are we going live or we're just going?
Are you gonna make me cipher to Dr. Miami?
No. No beats.
All the 6 bars are now available on hipstepmusic.com.
Yo, can I take one more shot before the bars? Or what?
No.
We should all take a shot.
Am I the first guy?
Take a shot.
People are like, I don't know if I can rap right now. I'm like, can I take one more shot? Can we all take a shot? We done. You know what?
Wait,
Fuck,
hold
I
on.
would've brought it.
I just brought a 40 ounce.
Listen.
I brought a 40 ounce.
Linda,
listen.
My first is
Linda,
now.
listen.
Let's go.
All right. Yo, tell me when.
Spit some bars.
Go for it.
Yo. I let an ace off like Gambit. Your face off, it may cause your brain loss and damage. A cakewalk who planned it could paint a perfect picture of pain. Let blood spray and wipe the stains off the canvas. They couldn't hurt Stitch. Castles where the herd sits, blasting. I'm Matthew McConaughey when his shirt lift. Kill a quote, goggle a throat full of holy water. I'm too slick, just like the weapons on Logan's daughter. Somebody's leaving the fridge open to warm the scene. This dick has got your bitch choking. War machine. Whoops. Too soon, I'm sorry, I'm more than me when I'm roasting the corpse and sip the ash and pour the lean out. So when I kick my feet out, I charge a fee now. I'm just that low rapper that everyone wants to be now. I'm turning stars into constellations with each sail. Take a pail, making hair like I ain't trying to breathe out. Yeah, they aiming for a hot one. Shotgun, putting holes in your body like God's son. Crooked God, I don't look at y'all if the job's done. Fuck these older rappers too deaf to hear that the shot's done. Got me. Rappers that's sleeping on me been chilling with Bill Cosby. You taking an L, made for the shelf. You just pretend. You playing yourself. This is the end.
Bomb.
Hey, listen. Listen.
Yo, listen.
You had the chance to say Shot Club. And you did.
Yo, Shot Club. Oh, throw them shots up. Before I give right dabs to homie and throw them shots up. All over the fucking table. Think it's a fucking fable? I'm about to take 12 shots deep just because I'm able. Boy, Cain and Abel. Stone in your face. These motherfuckers know I came in and I'm honing the race. Shot Club, bitch. It's the SC. Young Stitch, Central Soldiers, hit chat. Test me.
You know what that is? Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Taking it to the navel. Taking it to the navel. Jesus H. Christ, they taking it to the stable.
He got that. He's got a bit of that.
Give us our cheer. Give us our clap.
Max TV, baby. If you're not with it, you're not with nothing.
Yo, big shout outs to Max TV, man. You guys are doing it huge, bro. I didn't even expect this when I rolled in here, man. Y'all are fucking.
And here I was thinking, hold on, let me get my shoulder going. Here I was thinking I was only going to bring in that sazon.
Yes! Yo, so you guys are here drinking shots every 10 minutes before we even got here?
Yeah.
God damn.
Show starts at 6:30.
Yeah.
On time.
Yeah, that should be every show. After you get all drunk, you should get a guy come in. You guys have been taking shots this whole time? We're like,
yeah.
I don't know. Did you get my message?
Well,
sorry, bro.
Well, this is.
I've been taking shots. I was like, if you can't make it here in 2 minutes, security's not. Yeah, he's about security's about to shut the door. I was like, fuck. I'm like, we fucking missed it. He's like, I'm kidding, bro. He's like, where's Max? I'm like, oh yeah.
You have to realize we've been drinking, so
you gotta realize I'm gullible as fuck when I'm drunk.
But yo, we definitely want to thank you for coming through.
Yo, this was the fun.
First of all. My God.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for coming through. Dope story in general on what you do, and because that's dope. Because a lot of people won't do the shit that you did. Like some people will say, "Hey, Miami, I'm doing this song, but I'm not really feeling that." But you were like, "Yo, I'm gonna go."
Always, bro.
Thank you for coming through. Thank you for being open and honest. Thank you for chilling with us, being here in Max Now TV. And
I just want to say something real quick too. Like, honestly, I've done a lot of interviews. I've done a lot of crazy. People thought they were getting eclectic with their methods.
Let them know.
Honestly, this is the funnest fucking interview I've ever done in my entire fucking life, baby.
I'm gonna do the Randy
Shot Club, baby. This is where you want to be, baby. You ain't shit till you rapped on a Shot Club, baby. Hip chat.
You know, that's dope, man. You guys have a dope thing.
Shout out to David Solomon. Wish you were here. Thank you for everybody that's been following us.
David, you're my biggest proponent. I miss you too.
Yeah, all that Spanish
shit.
shit.
Announcement, actually. Let me just throw this in there. The winner of the actual remix contest. Okay. We haven't actually announced it, so the winner is Black Orchid. Oh. She won that. So
that's Black Orchid, baby.
So we will be in contact with you about the thing. We will be in contact with you about that. So
we got a new theme song.
Yeah, we got a new theme song now.
Okay. Yeah. This is yours, sir.
Yo, can we do one more celebratory on the way out, or what?
We done.
Oh, fuck.
And,
I ran the Shot Club drive, fam.
We're gonna have to get you to sign this.
Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, we still have a couple minutes, actually. We're still in here.
Dopest fucking interview I've ever done. And honestly, you guys are onto something, bro. This is like Breakfast Club on steroids. Like, this should be like a real thing. Because every time I watch Breakfast Club, they're sitting there and no one's sipping the Ciroc. Like, it's gonna be a way better interview.
Okay. I guess we gotta get into this. We gotta get into this.
How much time left?
Okay,
we're still in there.
When's it?
Yes. What do you have coming out next? And what do you want to see?
Actually, before that, is there a Man vs. Machine Part 2?
No. He was answered before he even answered.
I want to know because.
Yeah, there is.
That was the real answer. That wasn't
because
even the answer.
Anyone that knows my music and my mixtapes that I've dropped, they're always 24, 25 songs. Man and Machine was only at 12. You'd assume that there was a next part. There is. And that's
called it Part 1.
And that, I'm like, you think this is gonna be a Part 2, right?
Hold on.
I just said Part 1 in the
hold on. This is how you know he's a baby of the 90s. Because everybody knows when you watch them old videos in the 90s, Hype Williams, Lil X, they always had a Part 2 to be continued, never continued. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a detox, right?
Go ahead.
You know what? Man and Machine 2. I touched down with my new manager, and we were experimenting a lot of shit, and
We just felt like the proper thing to do was separate the rugged hip hop from the. I had one song that's super hip hop, and the next song's Take It Slow. You've been playing, right? It's like, how are we gonna have both of those on the same project? So my genius manager is like, okay, we're gonna split it.
Okay.
We're gonna do the hip hop shit on this one, because then we're gonna transition you.
So long story short.
So long story. No, you know what? Yeah. To be fair, we were working on it, we were doing it, and then we realized so much bigger than
maybe
Man of Machine 2, which I feel bad.
We'll go with the maybe.
It does. Here's the definite answer.
Hold on.
Okay.
Definite answer.
Hold on. We gotta wrap up.
Hold on, let him give his definite answer.
It does exist. It does exist. It's coming. We're re-adding and taking away and making it perfect. Go ahead.
You said 1 minute.
We got all the minutes.
As I told you, hold on.
No, he said 1 minute.
So maybe it will come.
And that's not a maybe. It's coming. It's just a matter of when.
Maybe
it's coming. Yeah.
He's dropping 2 EPs in 2018.
There you go. See,
is it a part 1, part 2?
Who ain't?
No, nothing to do with it. It's all the new shit we've been doing in Atlanta, everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Where can people find your music?
Yes. Yo, well, go ahead, Trace.
I have the microphone.
He's got the bow tie. He's got the bow tie. He's the most important.
Underneath my bow tie, there's the microphone. Where can people find your music in 2018?
You can find my music on SoundCloud. You can find my music on YouTube. You can find my music.
What is the SoundCloud?
SoundCloud Young Stitch SS.
Okay. Same with Instagram.
Instagram, it's all the same tag.
Okay.
Twitter.
Hip Chat Music is the family though, and if you type in Hip Chat Music in any search engine, live as shit is gonna pop
on the
up.
website.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate it. We got
still
like
have
5 seconds. Or do we 2 minutes?
Yeah, bro. Where were you?
We got like it's like a minute now.
Yeah, a minute's like
It's like a
wrap it
minute.
up. Wrap it up,
Yo,
B.
and
Wrap it up, B.
and all the Stitch bars, all the new shit. If you want to stay up to date with me, if you want the new shit, tune into the new shit. If you want the Stitch bars, it's also on the new shit. Go buy the old mixtape. Go cop the old download. It's all up for free, baby. I'm giving it all away. I'm not holding anything back.
All the old stuff is under Young Stitch.
Everything is on that pip from Pyramids in the Sky to like the last 4 mixtapes I've done. If you want the old Stitch, by all means, I respect it, and it's all there, baby. Go get it.
Yo, thank you. Welcome
Where
to
do
the
we find
Shop
Shot
Club.
Club?
2018.
At
we're
Shop
happy to
Club.
be back.
At Shop Club Podcast on IG.
Shot Club, baby.
Max Now TV on IG.
Tune into Max Now.
MaxNow.tv. Max Now
Every day
TV
there's
on
new
IG.
content. Make sure you tune in that.
Casual Fan.
Casual Fan.
Casual Fam.
Casual Fam.
YouTube.com/ Welcome to the Shot Club Podcast. We're out here. Thank you, Young Stitch.
Best interview I ever done.
We will be here next week.
Young Cup.
We got fresh kills next week.
Oh,
We're not stopping.
dude, fresh kills.
We on this shit. I wear both.